Ultras Faceoffs. This is the 9th event on the European bracket. My name is Aggro. I am joined today by this, or possibly this, I don't know which way my camera is facing, gorgeous human being, otherwise known as Cherry Lad. This is
Hello.
going to be an epic event. I can feel it already in my bones, in my whittling old elderly bones. Oh, my hair is going white in anticipation. Cherry Lad, how'd you feel?
Good. I'm excited for this event. A lot of work went into it in the back end. I think it'll pay off quite well. Quite fun too.
Sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. And if you're wondering what the event is, it is it's a special thing. It has a special name that I'm struggling. Oh, One in the Chamber. One in the Chamber is what it is called. Get there eventually. And the reason it's called One in the Chamber is because it is a spy-only event, which means that everybody has their pistols out at the ready, but only the singular, the one bullet, is in the chamber, locked and ready to go. You are not permitted to have a second bullet unless you're able to get a kill and you haven't used your first. Theoretically, you could fill all 6 chambers. No, you can't. There's only 5 players. It's 5 versus 5. If you kill everyone else, you get no 5. Your next, you could have 6, all locked and loaded and ready to go. But you would have to be doing impressively well, because the only other way you're going to get a kill is to get a stab. It's a bit of an insta-give kind of a game. But that, I'm sure, will result in some measure of hilarity, for there are other restrictions too. Do you want to know what those other restrictions are? I ask. Cherry Lad, are you awake here? Am I alone?
Yes. No, I am indeed here.
Go on. Do you know what the other restrictions are? I dare you. Yes, excellent. Well done. Disguising is not allowed.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
it's an entire team of spies. So,
yeah, disguising, sapper, or cloaking.
What are you going to disguise as? Spy? Yeah, no spies, disguises allowed, no sapping, there's nothing to sap. And cloaking not allowed because, let's face it, an entire server full of people sat in a corner waiting for someone to pass them by. It's not good. It's not entertaining.
Yeah.
It's like
Full team of cloak and dagger spies.
I can only imagine that being hell on earth. The most difficult match in the world to try and shoutcast. Anyway, yeah, so a bit of a rando one here. There's a whole bunch of new maps being played. I've had the chance to go out and rummage around and have a bit of a feeler of the maps myself. There's some real epic experience to be had in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun, unique maps here.
For sure. And I think I'm glad that they have made unique maps for this. It's all based on, there's no cartridge machine, it's all COD maps, which has the obvious advantage of ensuring that the action stays around mid, as opposed to wandering freely around the map. So I'm hoping we're going to get into more in glorious detail. Some of these maps, I'm looking at slums as it rotates slowly in the background at the moment. There's so much going on. Yeah. So, any particular favorites, any particular teams you're curious about, or anything that you're really looking forward to, Cherry Lad?
What's it called? Well, I'm sure some of the regulars will be here again, and I'm always happy to see those teams that many of longtime Fortress Faceoffs viewers have grown to love go against each other once again. And also, of course, any new teams, introducing that unknown element could be quite fun.
Yeah. I'm always pleased, as you say. A whole bunch of people have been practicing this for weeks, and that is, I assume, because people are interested in Fortress Faceoffs. As mentioned, this is the 9th version of their I don't want to say silly little games, but it is. It's just generally rando kind of let's throw spaghetti on the wall and see what sticks kind of gaming. But yeah, a whole bunch of people coming back and having a go at the title again. Potentially some new blood coming in. Presumably, there's a link for people to click on if they want to experience Fortress Faceoffs for themselves, and I'd highly suggest that they do so. It is only like the most humongously awesome variation on Team Fortress 2. Nothing is ever the same. The only things that remain are the fun times we had along the way.
Indeed. It's got always mixing it up with something new and wacky every time.
For sure, for sure.
Since the beginning.
Indeed. I mean, 9 times a hero is it seems to be a lot of fun to be had, and I'm sure that even as we think, even as we speak, I'm sure that there are plans for the 10th event. The 10th event.
Indeed.
The 10th
Indeed.
event.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be invited back for that one.
There's a whole document with a bunch of ideas in it.
Really? Oh, I want to see that so badly. I can only imagine it be like idea Rolodex, where you've got a whole bunch of words and then a whole bunch of other words. So you kind of spin the Rolodex, and whatever it lands on, that's what the event is going to be. Brilliant. I wonder how this one came about then, because it on paper, 5 versus 5 spies only event. That's got to be like I don't know, Mr. Swiper's wet dream or something. Yeah, there's plenty of spies out there to choose from, and everyone's got to have that James Bond mentality. You know, when you're sort of wandering around a Venetian street and everyone that you encounter is whether they are a lady pushing a trolley or a gentle person driving around in a Mercedes-Benz or something. Almost everyone you encounter is secretly a spy, and as such, it is your job to stab them in the back.
Yeah, this is certainly an event where I think Gunspy players are going to be shining with all the time they've spent.
Oh, for sure. Well, it's insta-gib as well, so it's not like you can get a knee shot and they can limp off into the. If you get even an earlobe, if you nick their pinky, they is dead.
Yeah, they just explode.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, if you get a kill, you get another bullet. You can run around with 6 in the chamber and go all. I was going to go Kung Fu Panda. I don't know why that stuck in my head, but yeah, you could go all. Equilibrium, was that the name of the film? The one with all of the with the guns shooting around corners and stuff. And anyway, I digress. Yep. So this is it's going to be mad. There's a whole bunch of new maps to explore, as previously mentioned, by some very intrinsically wonderful mappers as well. I'm trying to think of names, but UK Crash it springs immediately to mind. Whether or not that was in this one or the other one, I don't know. Anyway, so many things. So dig site, slums, fjords, Skylock, and horizons are going to be the maps that we get to enjoy, to feast our eyes on. Some real opportunities to see sort of jump scares and people hiding in doorways. There's almost specifically designed. If we look at something like, I'm trying to think, is it Fjord? Or Skylock. I think Skylock is the one. Yes, Skylock is the one that looks like literally something from a James Bond final mission, where it's all darkness and shadows and plenty of opportunities to hide in places and on top of things and drop down onto other things. It is spy heaven.
Might be worth unequipping fancy unusual effects.
Yes. Or no, you've got to, if you've got them, you got to wear them, you got to flex them. Like that just becomes your thing, you know? You're the spy that is so awesome that even in a darkened room where you are shining like a beacon of glory and light, you're still able to get the kill. That's what sets the uber spies above and beyond mere mortal spies. Mortal spies have to disguise, have to hide, have to skulk around in the darkness, waiting for the moment to strike. But the gun spies, the ones that are flashy and unaccountably beautiful, they are out there in full force, in full regalia, wearing the things that make them shine as human beings, and they are ready and waiting to take another kill for themselves.
And the things that have drained their wallets.
Well, it looks like we have got our first map chosen. Horizon shall be our first battlefield. What do you think of Horizon?
It's a fun little map.
Do map fantasy?
I quite enjoy it. I like the lighting on it specifically. It feels very regular TF2.
Yeah, I mean, of all the maps, we kind of did a map review a few days ago, and sweeping through the maps, Horizon's the only one that, as you say, reminds you of like the, I want to say, traditional style of TF2. It's got a sort of Badlands feel to it.
Indeed.
Lots of dirt on the ground, lots of sense of hard work possibly could have gone on here. Although all
sheet metal.
yeah, that's right. I'm trying to think of any kind of like farming that has no ramps, has stairs everywhere, has no protection for animals nor machinery, but still you could get things done in it. So that's a good map for that, and lots of little sort of unique little corners and drop downs and all the things that make spy maps 100% useful.
Yes, indeed.
Even little dark spaces, even like in the full light of day on the midpoint itself, where you'd think with all of this exposure around there'd be nowhere to hide. There's even little sort of dark shallows to sort of just off
Some dude.
midpoint to go and hang out
especially
in.
near the stairs on the side there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, right, we are waiting for teams to join. Cherry lad, how have you been? It's been about a
I've been
year.
good.
It's been a year.
Yeah. I suppose it has been.
Have you grown older yet? Grown wiser?
I will grow older in like a month.
Congratulations for a month.
Yes, indeed.
Any words of wisdom to share from your last year of experience?
Words of wisdom. I don't know. I'm not much of a guru.
Yeah.
I don't know. Enjoy life. Have fun.
I was gonna say poop more. Poop is always good.
Poop more. That's a good one.
Yeah. Don't hold it back. If you need it, go. There's nothing embarrassing about good poop. And that should set the tone for the rest of the stream.
Yeah, that's a perfect note. Keep that in mind, chat. Okay. So teams are filtering in at the moment. Who do we have against each other? I believe this is Plus Attack versus Bateman's Brigade, if this is the right. One Shot versus Misfits. Never mind, I have the wrong challenge.
You do, and I have none of the information up in front of me, so I'm hoping that quietly in my head someone's going to tell me where to look to get all the information about the players. So that while I wait for that information to filter through,
We're professionals, guys.
we do this not because we're the best people, but because we're the best people who were available. Oh god, it's true though. Right, I see someone who's actually joined the server. Finally.
Indeed, multiple people. What's it called? It seems either the Misfits team. We got the drippy Ellis cap. What's it called? On one of them. Hey, crits cast that.
Well, if it is the team that I'm thinking maybe it is, I'm reliably informed that there's an entire team of Kritzcast hat-wearing fiends out there, all
Dude.
with boat taunts. I'm not sure how that is related in any way to Kritzcast, but they seem to enjoy a good bit of boating. So yeah, that's something to draw people together. I think people should be made to
quite
feel.
interesting to see.
I mean, yeah, you've got everybody wears the same clothes. Everybody wears the same, but who can have a Kritzcast hat? Only the Kritzcast worthy. That is. Oh, well, sorry. Somebody has called for hydration. I don't know. Are we
So
taking this? Are we both
Thank you.
hydrating at the same time, or?
I suppose so.
Oh, so all of us on the stream are very much.
Thank you for the water. We much appreciate it.
I was drinking quite heavily last night, and so water hydration is definitely both required and somewhat necessary.
Indeed.
So,
Also, I do not believe I will be dyeing my hair blue, mostly because I don't have the money to dye my hair to start.
oh, that's a shame. Was that ever to be a thing?
But someone suggested it in chat that we dye our hairs blue.
Well, that seems unnecessarily evil.
I'm good not getting the Fortnite ninja fade. And it seems the Misfits team is sort of just practicing at the moment as they wait for the other team to filter in. Sort of just messing around on the main point here. I have shovel. I happen to own a shovel already, but I will keep this in mind. Well, I found generally you only require one shovel. More than one is a little unnecessary.
It depends on how many holes you want to dig, really.
Or Chalon beans and stuff like that.
Yep. I reached for my water again. That was a misreach, I should say. Not
Indeed.
necessarily something that can be fully qualified in this lifetime. I've noticed that this map is somewhat dark. Perhaps I need to change my gamma levels. Ooh.
Oh boy. Yes, well, if you're enjoying these events, by the way, feel free to check us out over on our Twitter, Steam, Discord, Ko-fi, all that, and of course, and you know, if you're also enjoying it, subscribe to the Twitch channel. We'd always appreciate it.
Twitch channel are we on, by the way?
Fortress Faceoffs.
Fortress Faceoffs. Well, I never.
Yeah, twitch.tv/Fortress Faceoffs, which is where many people are, yes, casually competitive. That's how we like to describe ourselves.
I'm Googling it right now. Fortress Faceoffs. And I think... yes, I think we're here.
It seems we're still waiting for the members of the one-shot team to filter in here.
I've just seen my face.
So-
Oh, that's terrible. We shouldn't do this. What am I here for? No! That's terrible. Okay, I'm back to the action.
That's an interesting little interaction. I didn't realize that if you do the spy taunt, the first hit of it also insta-kills. The knife taunt.
I mean, that would be pretty brutal way of taking a life. How ballsy would you have to be to take either the first or even like any kill with the taunts?
That would be hilarious, though. Like one person sits in a doorway that the team has to
Yep.
walk through, and they just start doing the taunt.
I mean, that would be I'm too tired to punch you right now, Baldric. Run into my fist levels of tauntness, of evilness. But I mean, if you can pull it off, congratulations. Definitely worth a try. Right.
Most certainly.
We're seeing lots of misfits on the moment. Are we missing another team? Is this a
And-
warm up?
Yeah, we are still waiting for one shot at the moment. They have taken quite a while, so hopefully they show up soon for the
It
event.
would be such a shame if they are not able to compete for whatever reason. Perhaps
It would be
they
so
made the
awesome.
same mistake that I did a few moments
so
ago
cool.
and joined the North American server. So
Yeah.
someone can go check the other server and make sure they're in the right place. That would be absolutely
That would be
awesome.
unfortunate.
So what do you think is going to be first? Do you reckon it's going to be gun or knife?
Oh,
Stabby
I
stabby or bullety bullety?
I suppose most players are going to be trying to get off that revolver shot, and if that fails, going in for a knife.
I mean, you've always got the knife, and I think that's something to bear in mind. You're never completely weaponless, and realistically, if you are a good shot, you should theoretically never run out of bullets.
That's also
So long as every time you take a shot, you hit, then you're guaranteed to have another shot. And it looks like we might be getting the second team joining us, which would
Indeed,
be
it would appear so.
absolutely awesome. So I think these teams are going to be running out of spawn with their guns. They're going to be lining up. They're going to be taking a shot and
Firing squad.
firing squad. Yeah, I think it's like whoever survives has another crack, and then I don't know, because there's almost no point in hiding if you're going up. Certainly going up to mid. So it's going to be everybody being like full face, full frontal. No sneaking around corners, no hiding. This gargantuan push of two insurmountable teams rushing headlong against a force that they know will, as much as they want to kill, will want to kill them. And only after that initial encounter, only after that sort of the classic mid-fight, will we really see the skill of the individual players. Will we really decide what the tactics, what the strategy is going to be. Until that moment, it's just going to be ferociousness. It's going to be the red blood scourging and rushing through the veins. The desire to compete, to conflict, to cause damage, to be the alpha spy is going to be so prevalent. But then we'll see what actually happens, where people hide out, whether they go forward, whether they stay back, whether they decide to lie in wait, dormant, or do they want to try and push their way right to the front and try and make a move as these players leave spawn? I mean, the one thing that we discovered doing the playtest is that spawn camping is a legitimate tactic within this particular play style.
Oh yeah, I could certainly. I mean, anything with one shots really. It has the same general idea, I would suppose, as sticky trapping a spawn door. You know, they walk out, boom.
But then, if you've got everybody, I mean, there's no sticky trap equivalent within one in the chamber. It's all guns trained at an exit. Do you want to have everybody fire at the same time? If you all fire at the same time, you can't reload. That's it. You're suddenly at a massive disadvantage to the opposite team. I mean, there is one way of reloading the gun, and that is to end your own life. Once you respawn, you get another one in the chamber. Perhaps that would be the strategy as well. If you have got sufficient teammates, maybe you just press the kill key. instigate the kill bind, and make sure that when you spawn again, you will have another opportunity to get that shooter kill. I wonder if there's gun spies out there that are so dedicated to the art of shooting that they're not interested, not even caring. They don't imagine a scenario where they would ever be able to get a stab. For them, it is gun or nout. We will only be able to explore to see eventually as these things turn up whether or not that is an option that people will choose to take.
The match will be starting shortly. Sorry for the delay. We've had taken a while for the teams to get in.
It is as these things go. There's always going to be a little bit of a delay as teams gather themselves together to realize their true worth. Their soul is surely to be tested in the next few hours, and I hope that we will get to see some epicness and awesomeness that only is available to you now on Fortress Faceoffs number 9.
Indeed. I believe we're just waiting for.
Would it be
Oh no, both teams are fully in.
Fully in, fully committed, both teams are ready to go. Hopefully we will see the ready up any moment from now in a moment of sheer glory. I hope that my face will be removed from the screen soon. I can relax. Finally into it.
Yeah, our faces are not in the.
Yes! Finally! Finally! Me! I can.
Don't have to hold a smile.
I can blow my nose again! Thank you very much for doing that. Right, do let us know when we are about to go live. I will do the reintroduction and we will have something to record on the YouTubes. But for the time being, everyone who is live right now enjoying the experience with us of Spies versus Spies, thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying Team Fortress 2 as it was meant to be enjoyed live in glorious Technicolor detail. Welcome
And
to
it
the...
would seem the match is indeed starting.
Any moment now.
Any minute now.
Yes. So, right, Jerry, given that we have ONS versus Misfits, who do you reckon's going to take it? Who do you reckon's going to win? A very quick prediction from you as we say hello and welcome to Fortress Faceoffs, number 9? My name is Agro. I'm joined today by Cherry Lad. This is Spy versus Spy. One in the Chamber is the name of the event, and we find ourselves already pushing out all the way to mid. Cherry Lad, take it away.
So at the moment, it would seem that the teams are running into each other on point, and that One Shot has gotten a early cap by the look of things. A couple Misfits members trickling in here. Getting in a couple nice butter knives there. And
those watching at home that are a little bit concerned, a bit freaked out by this experience. Why is it 5v5? Why is it Spy versus Spy? Let me inform you. This particular One in the Chamber game has us with spies only, no disguises, no sappers. There's nothing to sap. It's only spies. And every opportunity to get a kill, since every single wicked stick of death in the form of a knife or a gun gives you another bullet for your gun. We see a quick turnaround. The timer originally went down for Misfits. They have now lost the point.
At this point, it would appear that the times are roughly about equal, but in possession of Misfits now. Various skirmishes going off along the sides of the point, but not the actual point themselves, as One Shot sort of just walks onto a single Misfits member going to meet them. And it would seem that, indeed, the point will change hands yet again.
Indeed it does. It looks like the thing that we most feared is going to happen has happened, in that the teams they're kind of collating and moving around. They've kind of Misfits seem to have this idea of moving as one collective whole, as some sort of multi-limbed beast, scourging itself around, versus ONS, which seem to be doing much more of a kind of 1v1 type experience.
Control point is being contested.
Yes, indeed. And it seems that the one shot was going to maintain control of the point here. Misfits Banana Warrior going in bravely to try to contest things there, but not getting anything done. Oh, and yeah, once again, the Misfits have all went in, and then one by one were strategically taken out there by one shot. With a cheeky little backstab there.
Whee! We like to see the backstabs. The backstabs are so good for you. It leaves you with an additional bullet in your gun, potentially getting you to a 6 in total. Of course, with respawns happening as well, there's other opportunities. I'm just looking at Angry hiding out in a dark corner. We did mention this before, the possibility that maybe these spies would want to remove all of their glowy headdresses and the like.
All the fancy unusuals.
All of the fancy unusual. They got some unusuals out there. I've seen some Batman type headgear. But anything that glows seems to have been removed. My goodness me, was that Exporter who got a lovely little backstab in there.
Indeed. At this point, it seems like one shot might cinch the first round here unless Misfits makes a big play.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of hiding out. But having said that, the move towards spawn to try and spawn camp was not a pleasant choice by them. But a face stab going on. Actually, I tell you, that's a fairly inobvious thing, given how effective a butter knife is. Face stabs seem to be a really legitimate
Indeed, it's
use of a knife.
It seems far more about spacing than anything else when it comes to knives, at least.
But the pincer effect as well. If you can find yourself with a teammate behind and a teammate in front, it almost doesn't matter how effective that one spy is. You are going to get some kills coming in, and this looks like one shot is backed. So Misfit backed out to the corner. They've got to try and hold this point as long as possible. It looks like they're not going to get it. But one shot takes the first point. And in fact, I think, is that a win? Is it all in the singular round? Face stabs seem to be
No,
really
it's
well,
what's it called? First to 3 by the look of things.
First to 3, excellent.
It seems
Obvious thing, given how
I think my STV is broken.
Excellent. Well, I shall see what I can do while you try and get that resolved. Misfits making a bit of a scene. Taking the long way round. They're in barn at the moment, looking to do a drop down into emo. They get themselves eliminated, although not going down on their own. They're now on points, and it looks like a good separation of players and life has happened with a one shot, I think, being successful in as much as they have more bodies alive. When it comes to taking a final position, they are alive. They are taking midpoint now. They are the ones who are going to be able to put some time on this clock, get it all the way down. Misfits are misfortunate in that they are out of place. They have got to try and get some kills in. The gun of Banana Warrior finds a target, and now Banana finds another. Banana finds a third. Banana is on the run.
Thank you for that hydrate.
That is, I've been sipping on the water as well. Thank you very much indeed. I think that was a keen kill by Banana.
We have secured the control point.
Indeed. All right, and it seems my Source TV has indeed fixed itself on reload.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, Jojo Duck gets a nice little kill in there. This is almost a complete round reversal from where it was a few minutes ago. Although, having said that, ONS one shot are the living group at the moment. Can anything be done about it? No, I don't
Yeah.
think it can. I think One Shot have regained their footing. They're on point at the moment. They're looking like they are sitting pretty. I think they're going to go forward.
Yes, indeed, and times are about equal again. I mean, so far it's been a lot of point trading, back and forth, back and forth. And indeed, as it would seem, as we see a flurry of bullets followed by a flurry of stabs.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Watching a man try and miss a stab only to find his own back was in terror. Ah, such agony, such sweet and bitter demise.
Indeed, ONS getting a good kill there off on the flank. Sort of pushed really forward in comparison to the rest of his team as One Shot filters back onto point.
Yeah, Misfits.
Oh.
And we've been told that our pronunciation of actually translates to Apex Predator. So a much better name than the one that I was using.
I think Alberta has got a pretty good ring to it.
Well,
And more action on the point there. One Shot taken down Aubergine Man and Ferrum and Jojo Duck all in quick succession.
Banana
As the
and
last
Prince
member
left
tried to
alone. There
snap
goes Prince. Now,
to Apex Predator.
indeed, Apex Predator is definitely living.
Oh, and Apex Predator pushing all the way on there to try to get a shot off and then immediately dying.
Yeah, I'm not certain whether like the tactic of going to spawn really works if it's just you.
Yeah.
It does seem to essentially eliminate the possibility that you would be effective. Though having said that,
It would seem One Shot is just literally locking down this point here.
I mean, they are living up to the ideal, the name of just having the one shot. That is all they need, apparently. Just a singular bullet is about as accurate as they need to be to enable them to go 100% down. Apex Predator gets taken up by Prince Droker, and finally,
are on the point now.
yep, we have the opportunity here to see some killing going on. Misfits, they're about 20 seconds away from losing this completely, but finally they managed to capture the point, and a real competition is happening right now. A stab by Prince Joker. Sorry, you were saying?
There's going to be an uphill climb for him here, though. With only 17 seconds on the clock for One Shot. They have to really lock down this here point.
But we know that they're not going to want to let this go with ease. Bit of time to kind of hang around, get a couple of kills in.
One Shot filtering back on the point here as Paulo kills 4 of the members of Misfits.
Ooh, that is
all by himself.
Beautiful little run there. They have got to be feeling pretty confident right now. 15 seconds left to go. Misfits coming out of spawn. They have no choice. There's no sense whatsoever that there's going to be doing anything other than rushing straight for the point. They've only got 5 seconds left to get a foot on it. They are not going to be doing terribly well right now. Although they're trying their very hardest, it wasn't enough. They managed to take that loss like a man.
Indeed. Which brings us to potentially match point here, as there's only one more round needed for One Shot to win this. Keep in mind that it's only best of one map this time around for the quarters and semis.
Absolutely, there's a lot of teams to get through, which means that there's going to be a lot of very fast, very furious fighting. But if you lose, you lose. That is the way of life.
First kill of the game there as Newells kills Jojo Duck, Apex Predator then kills Aubergine Man, and then the Misfits are a little mad about that as they take out 2 members of One Shot. And indeed, it seems Misfits are the ones that come out on top there as they go for a point cap.
Yep, they're getting some time desperately trying to capture this point. There's only 2 of them left, which is not perfect in terms of capturing point, but it's good. It should be enough to be able to ensure that they actually capture it before all of the spawning crew of One Shot manages to make it all the way to the point. But these guys are coming out with their guns locked and loaded. They know that they don't need to get anything more than a few kills. That Apex Predator takes the first kill. Thunder, Apex, Thunder, 1-2-1. Here they go.
Yeah,
They've managed to
1-2-1
turn
indeed.
this entire thing the whole way around again. They are on the point and they are capturing it like Furio. They realize that a 4 times cap is much faster than a 1 times cap, and they have the whole thing locked down, and they're able to split out and separate before Misfits make it back onto the point.
Indeed, trying to go around the side there to meet them. Sorry. But unfortunately, unfortunately, didn't go too great for them as they got picked off there. Thunder trying to go for a cheeky behind play there, along with Angry Deer Black, but nope, it seems the point will once again change hands as Misfits take the point. With Prince Joker having camped the health pack there for a cheeky backstab on Apex Predator.
It is worth bearing in mind there are not a huge number of health packs here, for obvious reason. If you're gonna get a one stab or one shot kill, there's not too many opportunities to take damage and live. So what would you need health packs for? So
Georgia Duck trying to get up behind there, which he does. Manages to get another kill as well, followed by Ferrum killing Apex Predator, and then one shot trying to get revenge there, taking out Jojo Duck and Banana Warrior. They've both missed their shot. Oh, nope, but Ferrum manages to get a nice little
shots. There. This is the power of getting an extra kill in when you haven't used your gun. If you can get an additional bullet in your gun, that pistols at dawn, just giving you an extra shot is fantastic. Such a huge advantage.
It seems the Misfits have finally gotten in the groove here, as they are already half down on the timer and haven't given up the point in a while.
In fact, they still have numbers on points, but again,
a little bit of a knife fight here on point. Oh, and Banana Warrior takes out Thunder. And gets a headshot on Apex Predator, so holding the point single-handedly while his team respawns.
Absolutely. And there's not been an opportunity really to call out a lot of positioning on map. I think all of the action really does take place in this mid area.
Indeed, it's mostly just been both teams immediately rushing to mid each time.
Yeah, not a lot of time to waste, not a lot of time to enjoy the scenery. Apex standing in.
Apex Predator just like getting on the flanks there, really getting some good snipes going on, but he does die to Banana Warrior's butter knife.
Indeed. Do you know what? This is a good day for butter knife users everywhere. This feels like butter everywhere. Butter knife users are cracking open a scone, maybe some sort of
jam.
Jam, bit of clotted cream. Know that they are having the time of their lives. They feel this is how butter knives should have been treated all along.
Indeed. But we do see the point change hands for the first time here in a bit, with one shot taking control. Apex Predator trying to go all the way around, but gets noticed and immediately gets gunned down in the streets.
It's a long way to fail. Banana taking a kill.
One shot getting some good kills off there. Paulo just running in there with no fear, getting that butter knife.
Yeah, I think there's that sense of relief you get when the time is on your side, when you have very little effort to do in order to make finish off the win. You have a tendency towards sort of trickling in and relaxing, and I think that's the moment when you start losing.
The control point is being contested.
Looks like finally Misfits taking back the point, but no, does not go in their favor. Once again, the entire team is wiped. Everyone is down to the Bone Prince. A little bit advanced from the rest of his team, but wisely, I would say, not moving in until.
Yes, moving in by yourself would definitely be a bad idea here.
Almost guarantee that you're going to lose your life that way, man. Exchange happening at mid.
And here come the Misfits players. Thunder killing Jojo Duck as Prince Joker, then immediately kills New Els. Thunder just going off here as he kills Overton Man and Prince Joker. And then Angry Deer Black killing Banana Warrior.
That is pretty tough. Well, we're down to the last 50 seconds. It's long enough for a team to spawn, long enough for a team to get out there again, but with Angry Deer taking another couple of kills.
Indeed. Staggering their spawns is pretty big here as the time winds down.
Paulo
taking out Overton Banana Warrior and Ferrum. With all the and fucking Prince joking.
Oh, how? What have you done? That is extraordinary. Hiding out in the background. He is the night. He is the darkness.
Indeed.
Mission ends in
Exchanging a couple kills here, but I mean, Misfits needs to run to the point, and I don't.
6 seconds.
Prince Joker and
Is it
Pharaoh.
even going to be long enough? It is. They've managed to get to the point, but their backs are exposed. Angry Deer takes one out and takes a bit of a dive for it. Here we are, finally,
get
0-0. Misfits finally making a stand, getting on the point. I'm not even sure they're going to be able to cap it in time. They do. Finally, the clock is spinning in their order, but they've got to not only they've got to hold this point for 16 seconds.
10 seconds.
Apex Predator,
One shot
back out.
run in. Banana Warrior taking out Apex Predator.
3.
They have to get on the point here.
Where is this team? One shot. What are they doing? Oh, here they come. Here they come.
It is on the point. I don't know if Aubergine Man's going to be able to run forward fast enough. Stand.
Thunder. Set on the point.
Oh, and Aubergine Man's running in, contesting the point.
3
But-
versus 1. Not going to be
No.
a thing. There it is. One shot wins. Not only that point, but the entirety of the map. They have done it. Finally, in no short order indeed, they have taken this first map. A sense of dread has got to have filled the hearts of Misfits. How will they come back from this? I do not know. One shot have done an epic. Indeed. So the map, the match, the everything, one shot have progressed.
Yeah, we will be seeing one shot again. Unfortunately, timeline's down. Unfortunately, that's the last we'll be seeing of Misfits.
Misfits gone forever.
Yeah, I don't believe we have losers bracket.
It's absolutely a shame for Misfits. We did see some epic plays out of them.
They did really start to come back in the last round there, but unfortunately, that wasn't quite enough.
Well, I mean, this is the tragedy of any kind of a game fed in this format, where there's no opportunity to take a loss and then turn it into a win again. If you're going to have that kind of a redemption arc, it's got to be right there and then. And Misfits never really managed to collect themselves up together long enough to secure a point for themselves. 3-0 loss. That's got to hurt. But at least it means that One Shot has that sense that that they took a worthy win, and that's going to propel them forward for the next match. That's going to make them feel like they are absolute contenders for the title.
Indeed. It would appear that the next match we're going to be having is Gunspy Gods versus the Goof Troop on Slums.
Slums is one of those beautiful maps.
Indeed.
About it.
Goof Troop being a familiar name, so let's imagine we'll see some returning players.
Slums. So much about Slums is the levels, the heights, it's all about massive sight lines. You can fire from almost from spawn to spawn. You can go from rooftop to rooftop. There's huge long trenches. There's just epicness. I think gun is going to be completely dominant within this. But also, given the length of the sight line, if your accuracy is not 100%, you don't get another shot. Once that shot is done and you're back to using your knife, you really have to then close the gap. And on a map where everything's sprawled out to its absolute maximum, it's only really a midpoint that we get to see sort of the glory of the knife versus knife. So Slums is kind of perfect for it. It's almost like definitively how you would imagine a layout of a map to be for this type of endeavor. And thank you very much for the hydration. I was running out of spittle.
And this map has been made by Tifted, who is in chat, so thank you very kindly.
Excellent. Well, I hope they're taking a lot of positives away from this. It's one of the maps we tried out myself, and there's so many nice little corners on here, little drop downs that don't appear to be drop downs. There's an area with it's got a little ladder in it, so I think we refer to it as ladder. You can jump onto, you can hang out. There's a few places where, and we're going to see this a lot in this tournament, where there are sort of areas that are up that you might not necessarily look because gamer. So yeah, I think we're going to see some cheeky skills, some cheeky kills, and tactics are going to be as much important as actual one-on-one skills.
Certainly. And indeed, Arcean, I already see some returning names. Deepru, who is featured many times.
As you mentioned, Goof Troop have been around such a long time now that it seems like they're as much a feature of Fortress Faceoffs as anyone else could ever claim to be. That kind of longevity gives your team a sense of cohesion and the promise that knowing where you are and your teammates are and what the push is and what the hold is, that everything will just slide into place. And that's kind of like what we'd like to see here is that team working as a team.
Absolutely.
I mean, Spy's not generally known for working as a team. They're kind of like solos. The old 007 not talking to 006. That kind of thing is.
Yeah, indeed.
It doesn't work in TF2. It's a team-based game, and playing as a team really gives you a massive edge. Looks like the teams are a little ways off getting to the point that they are ready to start. I'm not sure if we're players down, but I want to say, I mean, we had a little chat earlier about how you're doing, how the last year has been, but
Yeah.
Harry lad, how are you enjoying the socials? Is there anyone you want to like give a little shout out to?
Yeah, what's it called? I have
shouty.
my own Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
Gamerline. So, you know, sometimes I stream there. Yeah, that's always fun. TF2. Better.
Sorry, I talked over your Twitch link. Is it just Cherry Lad or
That one, Gamerlad.
Gamer Lad?
Yeah, I used my old username, and I haven't been able to get Cherry Lad yet because it's already taken.
Bummer.
Yeah, and same thing for Twitter.
Gamer Lad?
Also, shout out, of course, to our lovely producer, Main.Lua, who also streams and has a Twitter as well.
Excellent. Been lucky enough to stream a bunch of Australian stuff recently. Doing pretty well. So if you want to check out Critscast, you're welcome to do so. We would appreciate seeing you there. Wait, what was that?
You might have heard of them.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
Up and coming organization, you know.
Yeah, it's a struggle. I mean, we've got to start somewhere. Yeah. Genuinely, being able to work with so many cool, new, talented people has been an absolute joy.
It's been great casting with it.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway.
I think we are still waiting for teams to filter in, or one player. It's always one player.
Yeah, I think that player just needs to feel like they're a little bit more important than everyone else. It's what it's about. It's that kind of thing where, you know, if you're making the other team wait, then you've got the advantage. It's all psychological. It's spy games.
Yeah.
That's what we're experiencing right now. Spy games. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get started soon enough.
I quite like the midpoint of this map aesthetically.
Oh man, like everything. If you take like the overview of it, there's a sense that it's too full. It's cluttered. But
Yeah.
I think that's a deliberate act. There's so many dark spaces, so many things to hide behind to obscure spaces in.
The pillars act pretty well to cut off the lines of sight around the mid.
For sure. I mean, definitely looking forward to this. Looks like we are going live again. Match 2
Indeed.
on Fortress
Both teams
Faceoffs.
walking their way to point here. First fight really. Fizzy Scout sort of flanking on the side there to try to get some cheeky plays. As it seems a couple members of Blue also had the exact same idea. But it would seem, oh no, Sneaky getting a good stab there, but dying to Cloaker Gnome. And it would seem indeed that Goof Troop will be capping the point here first.
Absolutely, but it's only one person capping the point, so it's going to be a fairly slow and low cap, although it manages to get it in time before anyone else has a chance to spawn and make it all the way to mid. That's all that's necessary to happen. Goof Troop working their way through the trench at the moment, heading up to that mid area.
Unfortunately, Goof Troop all standing around that central platform allowed for members of GG to sort of just like come up and peek out, get one shot, and then duck back into cover.
Absolutely. Yep, GG got themselves almost a point for free with that one. And now they're all out and hanging about. But we've got ourselves a bit of sneaky spy on mid-action. They're not preoccupied with getting the kills by the looks of things. Which doesn't seem like an act of a vicious spy killer.
Oh, Cesis getting a good backstab followed directly into a butter knife there as GG maintains control of the point.
Like Cesis just epic
on a
wins.
4 kill streak.
4 kill streak. That's a tough thing. Staying alive for even a minute on this server, spy versus spy, you're doing something well.
Ooh, Deeper getting some really good bullet shots in there, having a hit in that dark corner. But
it's all about dark corners.
Taking out most of their team. And indeed, it seems like GG is maintaining a pretty definitive control at this point, taking advantage of those dark corners, little ambush spots. Once again, Deeper peeking out from behind the corner, immediately shooting Cloaker now.
Oh, gets taken down at the end of that kill streak. Sneaky gets a kill in. Fizzy Scout is lying dead, although here we get one last spy having a go.
GMD Instructor, the only member of Goof Troop, trying to fight 3 spies there in a knife fight, a losing battle.
Absolutely, pincer effect going on right now. Gamer looks up, Cloaker Gnome sees what's going on. Deepu manages to finish them off though. Yep, it's all about these corners, these edges, these elevations. Deepu lining himself up with the expectation that any moment now is going to be a spy running through, possibly feeding from information from his teammates. They were correct. Here comes Cloaker Gnome. Cloaker Gnome taken out by Deepu. I don't even know where Deepu was stood.
Down to the bottom there. Deeper and Cesis have both been quite good at hanging around to those little corners and getting cheeky kills. Deeper literally crouching there on the ramp, just waiting for someone to show up.
And show up they do.
Getting a backstab.
That's gotta hurt. Frosty.
Cesis is now on a 6 kill streak.
Mad. So Frosty goes through. Snacks finds Cloaker Gnome for the stab. And
the Goof Troop's finding it very difficult here to actually push out as a group here. They sort of just get picked off when they spawn.
I mean, GG have taken the point and held the point so long now that it seems like there is no point in being anything other than...
Not a lot of cover there in the middle. Son of Discord, though, does manage to take out Cesis and Snacks.
Point is turning around, potentially. Frost trying to make that final play. Looks like the clock is
taking
going to
out
spin
the
all the way
couple
timed. GG takes the first round on this map. GG seems to have themselves a winning formula. Spy versus spy.
Indeed, that was a pretty dominant first round there for GG. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Goof Troop up to the plate.
Well, almost no time held by Goof Troop on this one. I think Cloak and Gnome might be regretting his choice of unusual hats, given that it gives away their position almost every single time.
He does look fabulous.
He does, though. I mean, it's so difficult to say anything about someone who looks that good. Deepu taking
first
out.
blood
Yeah, first shot.
Oh,
2,
and indeed,
3.
Deeper taking out 2 more members, Fizzy Scout and Frost. Along with taking out Cloak or Gnome, took out 4 members of the team by himself.
Is this a team of one? Is this just Deepu versus the world?
Deeper, Sneaky, and Ceasus have gotten a lot done this game.
They absolutely have.
Of course, as we say that, Chipley also managed to take out 2 members of Goof Troop. They really love to just hang in those doorways, wait for them to round the corner.
So you'd have thought by now that they would have learned that this would be a thing that would happen. Frost realizing immediately that that was what was going to happen, and no, Frost, what was your back doing? You
Frost did not turn around.
So sad. That was watching death happen. Oh my God, Snacks drops down.
And taking out Cloak or Gnome. It's like toying with their food right now.
They really are. Sneaky was almost in the middle of going for a little taunt there. That was ridiculous. Looking, just casually admiring the knife as if to say, oh, this little thing? No, I got
Oh,
this.
and Deeper not paying attention, getting backstabbed by Frost. Frost misses the shot though, but Snacks did not hear it apparently, as he gets another backstab.
And
it
finally,
seems
for the first time.
will exchange.
Absolutely. Well, not necessarily for the first time. They'd certainly captured in the past, but for the first time, they're all out and forced. They have themselves. Oh my goodness me!
Deconstructor getting sniped across the map.
Can't even walk away with heads held high. Once again, find themselves out alone. Deepu doesn't even need to do it.
And the point changes hands once more.
Well,
I think that was only 10 seconds, 20 seconds of cap time in favor of Goof Troop.
Well, I mean, it looks like if you see these players, they've all spread out again. They capture the point and then scarpered. They all have their own corner of the map. They all have their own place to go to. This is a team that has run this map dry.
Fizzy Scout going in by himself to cap the point, and the point itself, like the actual round part, has a very little cover, so definitely not the kind of thing you want to try to cap by yourself.
By the nature of these things, it is best to have. I mean, the fact that there is any coverage at all at the little statue area is a glorious thing.
Indeed, Sneaky 360ing on the point to dodge a bullet. Unfortunately, dying to Cloak or Gnome, but Deeper gets a good shot off.
Fizzy with his knife. I think Fizzy has an unfair advantage. I think his knife is too big.
His knife is quite a bit larger. Bigger.
Yeah. Compensating? I don't know. I don't really accuse anyone of doing that.
Axe getting a good shot here on the
point itself.
Son of Discord taking out Ceasus, we're getting taken out by Sneaky, and then cheaply taking out Frost. Fizzy Scout sort of brawling there on the point, takes out Snacks, uses his big knife to take out Sneaky as well.
Seeing that on the scoreboard is pretty epic. Not gonna lie.
Ooh, Deeper taking out Cloak and Gnome, but dying to Fizzy Scout's large blade.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not sure whether Deepu was really committed to going up against that. I think they might have just been killing some time, allowing the rest of the team to come up and make short work of Fizzy Scoot.
Ceasus getting taken out there by Deconstructor as should be taking Son of Discord. Once again, Sneaky brawling on the point here. Dies to Frost, but does take out Deconstructor as Deeper comes in and cleans up. Point changing hands once more back in favor of the of GG.
Yeah, 50 seconds or less as it stands at the moment on that point. Deepu goes back to hide in the shadows once again. The favorite home of Deepu is whatever shadow. Find darkness and Deepu will be there waiting. Let's see. Has it paid off for him this time? Not sure. No, it hasn't.
Frost taking out Snacks, dying to Sneaky, however.
There always seems to be backup. Like everybody's got their own backup. If if they get a kill, then, or if they miss the kill, then the second
Deconstructor was able to cap the point by himself there.
That was pretty impressive. This
with-
this point caps really quickly. I'm not sure you noticed that versus
I did.
Horizon. That is a thing that allows these teams to sort of go out and get the kills in. Here we go.
It would seem GG has entirely chosen to go all together to point this time, besides Chipley, who cleans up the flank there quite nicely, taking out Son of Discord and Frost, as then Sneaky takes up Fisk out, and Cloaker Gnome tries to defend the point, but gets butter knifed by Deep Brew.
Deconstructor back out in the field, and immediately wiped away. Deep Brew. Well, I was going to say, finally there's an opportunity here to recapture the point. Perhaps a better outing than we've seen from some of these teams recently. GG takes that point, but it's not completely free. That was a fair amount of time on the clock.
Are we facing another 3-0 scenario? That might be the case.
I don't want to say it's true. I really want to see Goof take some points, take a moment, or take a win, even for a singular point.
They have been doing quite well, but there are quite some beasts on the GG team.
Absolutely.
Of course, as I say that, I think they're trying to prove us wrong there.
Everyone is dead.
Out
Sneaker
almost the entirety of
alone.
GG.
Point is being captured.
Goof sees themselves beginning again.
Sneaky getting a good little stab off and taking out Son of Discord, but gets taken out by Frost. Still, taking out 2 of the 3 people on the point is quite impressive. Cloaker Gnome has indeed taken off the unusual.
They are learning. They are learning.
Little butter knife there as Frost dies to Snacks, and Ceases and Snacks filter onto the point to try to cap, while Deeper and Sneaky respawn. Sneaky getting behind there, getting a nice little shot off on Deconstructor, and killing Son of Discordia, who somehow didn't notice that his friend was getting gunned down.
Oof, oof. Yup, Sisu, Deepu hanging out together. They seem to be some sort of a pair right now. Sneaky hanging out rooftops. Gets a gun kill, goes in for a
Frost
stab,
taking out
gun.
and Sneaky.
Yep, Frost takes him out. So I'm seeing on point a bit of action, although like they're about to be swarmed out by 3 very impressive spies. No chance whatsoever for Frost.
Yeah. Unfortunately, capping the point alone did not help them once again.
Snacks hanging out quietly, waiting.
Ooh, good shots there by Chipley.
Get a chance. Chipley was absolutely on them. These guys, GG, are just vicious.
Yeah, they are very confident in their shots. They waste no time taking the shot,
100%.
and most of the time they don't miss.
If you see them, you've got to take that shot, else they will, and they will not miss. As just said, Sneaky gets point. Make sure it is held for them. At this point, do you know the time is ticking so much in their favor? Goof has got to feel pretty scared.
Yeah, certainly. Oh, and it appears we have been raided by Whoop-Ass Voice. Thank you very kindly for the raid.
Whoop-Ass Voice.
What's it called? Hope you all are enjoying the tournament. To recap for all of the new people that are showing up, this is a 5v5 spy-only tournament, which is based off the popular One in the Chamber game mode from many other games.
Indeed, only 1 bullet allowed. If you want to get another bullet, you got to get a kill.
It's Sneaky going crazy there on the point. Deeper's giving some support. Multiple backstabs going off there, one right after the other. But it seems that Deconstructor from Goof will indeed be the only survivor as he caps the point.
Oh, I mean, they've captured the point now. Clock is finally ticking in their favor. They've got about a minute's advantage or disadvantage, depending on how you see such things. Deepu out there, not alone though. Takes down Frost, but is immediately taken off the field. Sneaky proving to be sneaky by name and nature.
Well, certainly. And they take the point once again. Only 45 seconds left on the clock. That's got to be putting pressure there on Goof Troop.
Well, 45 seconds, but also the knowledge that if Gutroop doesn't take this point, that's going to be it for them.
Mission ends in 30
Everything
seconds.
is on the line right now. Sons of
Max
Discordia
not aware
getting a kill.
of both of the Goof Troop members behind him, and neither was Shipley aware of Frost. Sneaky on a 6 kill streak there as he kills both Fizzy Scout and Son of Discord.
Mission ends
Right.
in 10
We are down to the last 10 seconds. A point is being recaptured. Possibly this will be enough. But here comes Scissors! Takes out one, takes down Scissors! He's unceasing! My goodness me, Frost has an opportunity here to take someone out. There's definitely some time on the clock. They're
running on
to take it back.
into a hail of bullets.
They're running on empty. There's nothing left for them. This is most definitely a GG win. They have captured not one, not two.
What an exciting last 10 seconds.
Absolutely. GG is GG by name, GG by nature. They have called GG in chat. Oh, they know that that was theirs for the taking, and they loved it. They were leaping at it. They were biting at the bit. GG are definitely through. Goof, we see for the last time in this adventure. I hope that they have enjoyed their time practicing and hope that they've enjoyed their time playing, but we saw an extremely strong match. GG.
Indeed,
Gotta
great
be
match.
the team to beat.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Guns by Gods. What's it called? Certainly living up to the name. There, we'll be seeing One Shot versus Guns by Gods in the semifinals.
For sure, and that's gonna be a tough matchup.
Indeed. And for the next match, we'll be having Troll Gang versus the Expendables.
I mean, come on. I've always had this idea that maybe TF2 teams base their names on horses.
You got this.
Yeah, no, sorry, I was distracted. I'm in a LAN party. I was distracted by someone else's screen for a moment. I don't know what they're
All good.
playing. I think it's Serious Sam. Anyway, don't look at that, John. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Right, yep. Horse racing is the reason why all of the names are so darn well goofy. Didn't help Goof Troop that much this time round, though. I don't think. Oh, thank you very much for the hydration.
Thank you very much for the hydration.
Very appreciated.
I'm not sure. I think Troll Gang might be TF who members. I'm not sure. TF being a team that's played before. Very similar name. Could be them.
Could well be.
Right. And the Expendables. Good movie.
For sure. For sure. Troll Gang, Expendables, looking at this screen at the moment. Gangweed and one Yotek. Excellent. Yeah. Winners.
Yeah,
Absolutely all of them.
Gangweed, quite the name.
I think they're looking for sponsorship in all the wrong places.
Gang is not Trollface, they're a different group.
Different
So-
group. Okay. All right. So Troll Gang is a different group. Sorry. So yeah, Troll Gang versus the Expendables coming up here in a bit. Don't know what map yet.
Only look forward to it. There's so many beautiful maps for this, though. I'm desperately
Absolutely.
hoping we get to play the spy map, the one in darkness, the one that looks like a James Bond final mission.
Absolutely.
With all of the random callouts. It's very difficult to call the callouts when everybody hangs out at mid.
Yeah, indeed. Not too many opportunities. Yeah.
Absolutely. At least with Slums, the mid is just gloriously beautiful. So many palm trees and graffiti on the pillars. And some of the effort that has gone into detailing these maps has been pretty extraordinary. Not just like the obvious thing for details are putting plants in places, but I think part of that, or perhaps independent of that, is the detailing of the shadows.
in a map like this, and we've seen even with people's headdress and the way it's been played out, hiding out in shadows is such a thing that having a particular area of darkness is not only a location but also a tactical position. So
Oh,
having
absolutely.
having light and having darkness and having things that are non-corporeal entities that you can hide within without actually hiding is pretty impressive, and I think that's what map makers think about when they're putting these things together. It's not just the physical form; it's the sight lines, it's the mystery, the adventure, the potential, the possibilities. All of this has got to go into a really good map. When you see maps out in game and you see people playing them and really utilizing them to their fullest, it's got to be a fulfilling experience.
Yeah, of course, and also obviously, especially as we saw showcased quite well on Slums, there is using all those little corners and places you could jump up as well.
Absolutely, the nice little drop downs, the fallovers, the dive intos. I'm making things up now. You can tell.
That's how it goes when you cast, isn't it?
Absolutely. Fill the air full of mindless adventures, and hope that nobody realizing you're making it up as you go along.
As you go, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sort of never changes.
No, for sure. So that's how it is. It's how it is.
What's it called?
We're waiting now for teams to show up. A reminder: this is Fortress Faceoffs, possibly the best place to go to if you're looking for a bit of bizarro world adventure. If you want to get involved in this kind of thing, whether you want to play as a team, or put a team together, or get involved with map making or something of that nature, they're always looking for people to test, to experience the maps, and to yep. So if you've got any experience with competitive or any experience with just playing TF2, I'm sure that Fortress Faceoffs will be pleased to have you come along. There are invariably links. I'm sure someone will post one in chat in a moment. So we see the things coming up. Twitter.com, Fortress Faceoffs, Discord. I'm not going to remember that. How am I going to remember discord.gg/BC-TE47MRWD with the M being in lowercase? That's not the best link in the world.
Yeah. No vanity URL, guys.
I was gonna say, come on, guys, get your stuff together. We need a vanity URL. Yeah, Fortress Faceoffs.com a thing? I mean, if it isn't, it should be.
I don't think so yet.
Not yet.
We've actually had rumblings of a website before, but hasn't happened yet.
Well, I hope that happens for you, and if you do, just create your own subdomain for discord.gg, because that'll sort things out. Discord.whatever your URL is going to be.com. Look, rather than me trying to stumble over it, there's plenty of links in the About Us section at Twitch, or else !Discord? Yeah, !Discord in chat will pull up the Discord server. Do join in. Help yourself to the experience of Fortress Faceoffs. Of all of the rando things you can get involved in Team Fortress 2, I think this is probably one of the more bizarre and beautiful.
Certainly unique.
Absolutely. Look, map picks are available. So the map picks. Is this what happened in order for the teams to choose which map they wanted to play on for this particular?
Yeah, both teams. I believe they each go back and forth banning a map.
That's yeah. So we're gonna play on Fjord.
Yes, Fjord will be the map that we will be seeing. So, again, as a reminder, in case anyone's filter in and out, is that this is best of one on each map for the quarters and semis. So, in order to expedite time, as we've already been here for an hour and a half,
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't necessarily feel like it.
Has it
Um,
really been that much time? It has. My
Yeah.
goodness me.
it has indeed been an hour and a half.
Hopefully, somebody will redeem a eat lunch. in chat. There's only-
Guys, can we
there's
get
only
an eat lunch game real quick?
Yeah, please. I'm hungry. Yeah. So while we wait for that to happen, yeah,
Good.
really good map. I definitely enjoyed mucking around on this one. There's
Indeed.
inside
Always
areas,
a fan
outside
of maps.
areas. It's as a career pyro, any map that has the opportunity to yeet people off the side is
Always
definitely
fun.
to be
Always
appreciated.
fun.
Unfortunately, no yeeting in Spy versus Spy. Although there's a possibility that maybe a lifeless corpse will be fall off the map.
Flinged.
Maybe, yeah, flinged, backstabbed into oblivion. Maybe people will accidentally back away too far. Like they're taking a photograph of their loved ones and inadvertently slip off the edge of a cliff. It has been known to happen. Not just
It's
in movies.
fjording time. I suppose it is
It's-
fjording time.
Fjording time. Yeah, fjording time.
Memeing at fjord.
I love the word fjord. I'm so pleased that there's a map called Fjord now.
It is a fun little word to say. Fjord.
Fjord. Yeah, no, that's I'm trying to achieve with that. Anyway, yep. There's plenty of inside the base as well. Lots of little opportunities to hide and to scurry around corners. This one
Absolutely.
even has a nice little drop down, which looks like it kind of has that look of being a little grate. Which
Yes,
did
indeed.
earn itself the name of Sus.
Indeed.
So
Fun
I'm
little
not sure we're
call
going
out.
to use that name, but I love that little call out. A little sus great, a little sus portal to the outside world.
More of the team members having sort of filtered in at the moment.
We're almost there, folks.
Yeah, missing a couple
little
people.
bit longer. Yeah. So teams, who we got?
We got Troll Gang versus the Expendables.
Seeing any names that you recognize on here? Anyone to watch out for?
Well, Paulo is back from the first game.
How?
I believe they're running.
Paolo lives again. No.
What's it
Well-
called? I've noticed there's synchronized troll face profile pictures for Troll Gang. Yeah, some other names that I'm recognizing here. Lilliput, I believe, is what's it called? Also,
Apollo's main team. Apollo was ring.
Yeah. it looks
Paulo was ringing in for the first match. This is
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Well, we're still
some
missing
excitement for Fjord in chat. Let's go.
Good
Yeah,
Fjord lovers.
How many
Yeah.
Fjord lovers do we have in chat?
Yeah, that's right. Fjord lovers unite. Oh, let's see some Fjord hearts.
Some Fjord appreciation.
Fjord appreciation gang.
Oh, we have some anti-Fjord.
Oh no! It's like Fjord versus Ferrari.
Fjord versus Fjord. I don't know if you'll get invited back after that pun.
I think that was the reason why I will get invited back. Certainly not through my casting.
Indeed, I believe we are still waiting for one member of Troll Gang and 3 members of Expendables.
Not too many. It's a mainstay. Yeah, you can't get rid of me. Part of the furniture at this point.
We getting out of Fjord with this one.
Indeed. Right. Well, at least we're getting to experience, certainly vicariously, the map a little bit more. Hopefully,
Indeed.
hopefully the cameras will move away from us and we get to see these players kind of running around in their natural habitat
Absolutely.
of this outside world. For those of you who are yet to experience Fjord, it is a map with many faces. There's darkness, there's computers, there's actually a whole bunch of little cubby holes, or open areas. It feels very much like the base that you would build if you were a billionaire and you were trying to take over the world. It seems like there should be a rocket in here somewhere. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like there's a frozen, semi-frozen lake out there somewhere, and there's definitely mountains and hills, and this is cut into the hillside. There's that feeling that you get when you can see coldness outside, but it's separated from you with several sheets of glass, and you think, I'm glad I'm not out there. You know, I'm nice and warm in here. I can see people working in the cold out there and killing each other, and I'm safe where I am.
Except for the open little door there near point. So
Sure.
the cold air.
I'm hoping that maybe there's some sort of air barrier, maybe a bit of air conditioning
Air barrier?
running. Yeah, well, yeah, air barrier. Yeah, but no, my office where I'm watching this down from, I can see like the aircon blowing.
Well, at least your office needs air
Air.
conditioning.
No, exactly. I mean, obviously my office is air conditioned. Not everyone's is. In fact, most people are wearing a lot of clothing. A few people lost fingers to frostbite earlier in the week.
Elon
that's
Musk,
that's
stayed away home.
you know, I mean, that's what we got. Sorry, I heard that we stopped paying for health insurance. That's why we used to have health insurance.
I mean, you don't really need health insurance if they don't get sick.
They don't get to live. Yeah. I mean, that's
Life
that's
insurance, that's a different thing.
No, we don't pay for that. No.
Well, yeah,
No.
don't do that either.
Yeah. I think it's one or the other, and we've decided not to pay for either. Oh, thank you very much for the hydration. We get to lubricate our lungs.
Indeed.
Fantastic. Glorious.
Sweet nectar of life.
Do you know what? I've forgotten to figure out where the actual spawn areas are for this. Everything is so close. It feels like a destination that everybody lives in, as opposed to a destination that people go to.
Bed and breakfast.
So, did you say bed and breakfast?
Yes.
It's like the world's weirdest bed and breakfast.
Millionaire stay away bed and breakfast.
Yeah, with a helipad outside. It feels like a helipad. I mean, obviously it's not a helipad. You would crash the heli.
Well, no, they
Every
stuck a
time we
big metal. They stuck a big metal plate there with a light on it.
Yep. That's less a good idea.
Yep.
Anyway, speaking of terrible ideas, I think we should get ourselves organized into a fighting force ready to talk about Fortress Faceoffs number 9 match 3?
Indeed, as both
3? My goodness me. Wow.
match 3.
TG versus EXP.
Yeah, Troll Gang versus Expendables coming up right about now.
Here we go. They are starting off now. Expendables pushing their way forward.
Oh, and it seems Deepru is ringing for the Expendables again.
Wow, Paolo and Deepru on the same team. Good luck, Trolls. You're gonna have a bit of a struggle here.
They have the work cut out for them. And indeed, Troll Gang, however, getting some good early kills there as they take out 3. So Gremlin and Deepru aren't too happy about that as they try to clean up a little. Gremlin just shooting Quattro and H-Zack in the back, starting that cap. Another fast capping point here.
Actually, we talked about a couple of players there as we got going, and I don't think either one of them had any real kind of effect on on this cap time. That's a very, very fast cap. TG moving out now, seeing what they can do. This entire area is the greatest game of hide and seek possible.
Dude, Paulo taking advantage of that large like drop down there to drop down onto one of the TG members, but the TG member sort of cleaning up there on point a little. Gremlin clutching up though, taking out Jispra and Luna, as it's now them and Quattro in a little bit of a knife fight on point.
No chance whatsoever, and you gotta.
Quattro just standing there and accepting their fate at the hands of Gremlin.
For sure. I mean, you got an enemy like that. You need to be able to line them all up, so you're only ever fighting one at once. If they're able to split up and attack you from two different angles, you stand no chance. If one doesn't get you, the other one will.
Gremlin on a 10 kill streak before
That is
immediately getting killed by Jispra.
Absolute madness. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity here. The thing I kind of like about this map more than anything else is the idea the height. You can look from the top and see everything that's going on below you. There are so many ways of like moving down, but if you just stand there, like there's nothing you can do. The sight lines won't allow you to shoot all the way down to mid. You've gotta try and push out. But similarly at mid, there's almost nowhere to hide. It's a round fishbowl.
Dude, Troll Gang getting some good kills off there, taking out Deepu, Blazedew, and Paulo. And then Luna also cleaning up Lilliput on the flank there as the Troll Gang members sort of hang out on their side of the map.
Yeah, for sure. This is one of those weird maps where the idea of kind of like splitting up. We saw in Slums on the last map where once you've taken the point, you split up and you kind of go to your own little corners. This is one of those maps where you need to stick together. You just need to.
Ooh! Jispra waiting there to get a backstab off on Gremlin, but dying to Lilliput in kind. As you see some stabbings occur on point there, as currently Blazedew is the only one on point against two TG members and dying to HZAC.
Yeah,
So
no one
changing hands.
No one so far has managed to stab themselves off the cliff or be stabbed off the cliff. I'm a little bit disappointed by that, but hopefully that'll change in time. It does seem like the vast majority of the action is happening on point, although we see Paolo walk through elbow, takes down Jispra.
And getting a nice stab there on,
Yan.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Just call him Yan. I'm sure that'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the point does change hands here in favor of Expendables as Deeper takes out Quattro and Paulo gets a nice backstab off on HZAC. Deeper once again setting up in a random corner. Well, like a trapdoor spider waiting for his prey.
Indeed. There are very, very few parts of this map where it's even possible to hang out in a corner. But proving that time that finding a corner for your own is not necessarily the right answer.
Indeed. The members of TG sort of filtering now onto the main point as the Expendables members are behind the glass, peeking there as Gremlin gets a kill on Jan, and then Luna kills Blazedew before also then butter knifing Gremlin. Lilliput trying, then getting a butter knife and Quattro before Jispra, then butter knifes Lilliput in kind. That was a mouthful.
It was indeed. Congratulations for making it all the way through without losing consciousness. Right. We see once again Deepu making their presence known in the whole 1v1 battle. There is no one quite as accomplished as Deepu. Certainly on this map, they seem to be something of a challenging opponent. Map.
Indeed, the times are about equal here.
They really are.
There's been a lot of exchanging.
For sure, and it's not even like it's a straightforward back and forth. There's a great deal of fighting on the point, and then leaving it almost immediately to try and join back into the rest of the team.
Jispra shooting Blazedew, who is hanging near the point, as all the TG members have sort of filtered on to the point. As Quattro takes out Lilliput and HZAC, then also shoots Paulo. Gremlin getting a stab on Quattro in kind, and then HZAC taking out Gremlin right after.
All right, back to beginning again. Teams.
And once again, it seems the times are pretty much equal.
For sure. This is a bit of a quiet little excursion out onto point.
Deep Brew capping the point there, but unfortunately, Zach and Luna shooting him down from a distance, as then Gremlin also comes in, does manage to take out 2 before getting taken out by Luna, as it seems the Troll Gang members are gonna hold it. I don't know if any of the Expendables members can get there in time.
An attempt was made by Deepu. Unfortunately, the only thing they found was a bullet waiting for them.
They do have overtime. They
Not really, not enough. I don't genuinely know what the correct tactic is here. Both teams taking a very different approach towards capping and holding. What works best for one doesn't necessarily work best for both. And even though that was definitely TG who won that point, I don't think at any time anyone really felt that it was 100% theirs.
No, certainly not. I mean, both the times are quite low. Both teams peeking through the glass, seeing each other on the point, knowing that whoever peeks is liable to die. Luckily, the other TG members sort of coming around the side there, managing.
Luna takes a shot, a pot shot, at a very, very distant foe and just gets the kill.
The confidence in their aim there does pay off.
Indeed. I mean, it almost wasn't worth trying to take it, but managing it? Oh my goodness.
Gremlin, knowing that Just Bro was behind, jumping down, turning around, and shooting him in the air before then butter knifing Jan.
Does it count as an air shot if you're the one in the air?
I suppose potentially. Zach managing to take a little put and Blaze too, but Gremlin once again clutching up there, taking out Zach as the point changes hands in Expendables' favor.
This is the closest I think we've seen this particular competition. Part of it is the players, part of it is the map. But there's definitely exchanges. We're seeing right now on the actual point itself, 2 players not really wanting to push their way all the way in. Luna manages to get the kill and takes the point back for themselves, but not without encountering another foe. An exchange.
Our control point is
Ooh, Deeper going off there, taking out Zach and several others, getting himself a nice little kill streak there before also taking out Jan.
So the way Deepu is playing this, you really get the impression that they have infinite bullets. Not
sometimes
so.
Just Bro managing to outspace and getting a butter knife.
It is Cars's curse. As soon as you start celebrating an individual player, they get taken down immediately. My apologies to Deepu. Zach manages to get a couple of kills though, line themselves up. Here comes Blaze. Blaze thought they had a line in it. Doesn't seem to be the case.
Luna Zach shooting the pillar instead of Gremlin there by mistake. But unfortunately, he was pincered from both sides. And it seems the point will change hands in favor of Troll Gang.
Do you know what? Every single time it seems like one team has got a massive advantage that is taken away from them almost instantaneously.
As soon as they call it out.
Possibly, as soon as they call it. This is possibly the longest time that has in one singular run gone to either team. TG took the last point. I thought maybe that wasn't theirs to take. I think maybe it actually is.
Dude. Quattro there taking out Deepro's trying to cap the point as H-Jack takes out Gremlin. Paulo sort of on the flank here. I mean, a lot of TG members all in the middle there, a lot of potential bullets. But luckily, Blazedu takes out Giannis while Paulo takes out Quattro. And then Just Bruh misses a shot and then dies to Paulo right after.
Missing shots is a mad thing in this game. If you miss a shot, not only have you lost your one shot, but you've explicitly pointed out where you are. And that level of commitment just doesn't go unrewarded. Invariably, a bullet gets passed back to you, but unless you can catch it in your teeth, you're not going to appreciate it.
Sort of playing the waiting game here, holding those corners, waiting for people to peek. Blazedu does manage to kill Luna, but then Quattro avenges them, takes out Blaze. Gremlin gets taken out as well. Paulo takes out Zach, and the TG members have flooded onto the point. Paulo and Deepru sort of coming in there a little bit, but unfortunately Quattro killing both Paulo and then Justbro killing Deepru as well. Oof,
Exactly.
words.
That is a lot of effort. There's a lot of players, and if those players are ready to push their way forward, they can start hacking away at the very life blood of EXP. They've got to be feeling the pinch right now. Quattro gets a kill on Lilliput.
Yeah, cheeky little hide there as HZAC takes out Blaze, and then Luna also takes down Deepru. Gremlin taking out Quattro and Kind before Luna takes out Gremlin, and then HZAC takes out Follow. Just shot.
Absolutely, and unlike previous flip arounds, this is the first time that TG has been able to hold that point for a very long time. Only 20 seconds left, and this point is going to be theirs. EXP knows this. They've got to get out there. They've got to try and make a move. They've got a couple of kills. Deepru going in deep. Deepru is probably going to try and take this point. There's two of them right on there. Deepru going deep.
Only 2 members of TG there to meet them. Now only one as Justbra gets shot by the respawning Paulo.
No members left, but this is it. They've got all of their time taken. All they need to do is take this point back, and no amount of retaliation will do them any good. Here they all come. They're going down the slope. My goodness me, 3 taken out, 4 taken out.
Take out 4.
That is it, Justbra on their own. Can they do anything? 40 seconds left. They don't need to do something epic right now. They've taken the drop down, the sus route. They are in the hell area.
Oh, does manage to take out Blaze do.
That's the opening.
Paulo takes out Quattro and Luna before getting taken out by HZAC. The Strong Gang members outpointed onto the point. It's just Lilliput there. He needs to stand on it.
No, not good enough. And shame is felt by all. They had a real opportunity there. 2 points down. TG seem to be extremely strong, but this is about as close as we've seen so far in matches today. Perhaps it is too soon to rule out the possibility of EXP getting a point on the scoreboard.
Indeed. Early headshot there immediately from Justbra, taking out Gremlin as soon as they jump around the corner. Again, both teams sort of playing the little waiting game around that little glass wall, knowing that, you know, if you peek, you might die. And it seems that the Expendables will be getting the first cap here. Oh,
here comes the backstab!
Quattro coming up behind, kills Lilliput, kills Deepru, kills Blaze Do. My God,
that was amazing! Entire team facing in the wrong direction. Just gets one stab in, enough to give them a bullet to the gun. Utilizes it.
And with that amazing play, Quattro will take the point for Troll Gang.
That's gotta feel rough. I don't want to be in comms right now on EXP. They must be crying their little eyes out. Lilliput going up in a 1-to-1 adventure against Quattro. Quattro gets the stab off.
Indeed. Unfortunately, Quattro cannot repeat the same shenanigans twice as Deepru takes out them and Luna, and the point changes hands.
Learning their lesson, realizing they can't all be facing in the same direction at the same time. They're spread out on the points. They're doing... They think they know where these players are going to be coming from. They've done it in the past, gone through the flank route. Are they going to do it again? Are they going to fall a victim one more time? It looks like that might be the case.
Deepru getting a cheeky shot there on Yan, as then Paulo takes out Bruh and Gremlin takes out Quattro. Luna taking out Gremlin and Kind, and then Paulo taking out Luna.
It's
real
a
1-2-1-2 there.
Absolutely. It's not so much about who you kill, it's about how long you survive. Talking about surviving for a long time, this clock has finally ticked over to advantage of EXP. They are owning this particular round right now. But they
don't want to suffer the same fate as other teams.
Deepru gets a kill. Lilliput gets a kill. Paulo gets 2 kills. That is enough to secure them the advantage. They're holding their absolute own right now. This is their match to lose.
Lilliput taking out Jan, who was running up there around. Once again, 3 of them holding those little like upper like drop down points and corners. as two more of them holding the lower bit.
Yeah,
That one little drop down there is very popular, it would seem, as Justbro takes out 2, followed by Lilliput taking out 1, and then HZAC takes out Lilliput and Quattro taking out Paulo.
Blaze left on their own.
Retreat.
Absolutely. Only decent thing to do is to force your way back to the rest of your teammates. Takes out Zach on the way, which is pretty slick, pretty sweet. But Jan takes their revenge immediately. Luna hanging out in the corner, otherwise known as, was this gonna be shit, sir? I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I
Is there a
think
lonely
maybe.
place to die?
Oh.
So-
Jan taking out deeper there as they filter back on the point. Taking out Lilliput as well, as then Blazedu takes out Justbro. Gremlin taking out Jan once more. As Blazedu goes off there, takes out Quattro and HZAC. Point changing hands once more. Time still definitively in Expendables' favor.
Yeah, the Expendables kind of crawling their way back into this match right now. They feel like they've kind of come to grips with what the map holds. See the entirety, the absolute entirety of TG pushing together as one. They finally got to mid area. They split up and they can't find anyone. Paolo finding them instead.
Going off
takes
there.
1, 2,
Paolo
3.
going off there. Taking out 4
Absolutely.
people.
They have come to take names and chew gum, and they are all out of chewables.
Yeah. Time's still very much in their favor here. Only about 30 seconds left on the clock. We do have a hydrate. Thank you very kindly for that.
Oh, much appreciated. I will partake in the hydrate.
Paulo's reign of terror being taken out by Justbro as Deeper then fills in his shoes with killing Jan and Justbro, as Luna then takes out 2 more members of the Expendables. Time changing hands and only 15 seconds on the clock. Certainly a bit of pressure on the shoulders of Troll Gang here, but with 2 rounds up, I mean, not too much.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling. I mean, they know they've got to take the round to actually stay in it, but the clock is definitely on their favor. Quattro even running away. That was a gallant running away by Quattro. Managed to escape with their life.
Indeed. Luna coming up behind there, managed to take out several people, but then Blazedu manages to re-secure the point along with Lilliput there. And only 10 seconds. I'm not sure if HZAC can run to the point in time.
They're looking out onto a field and sees it empty. They reckon they've got a chance here, but I don't think so. Zach does
manage
to
to get on it there, it would seem, but oh, Blazedu getting taken out by the respawning Quattro and Luna, and it does seem the point is going to change hands.
It really
Only
is.
1 minute on the clock.
Now, we've seen a drop down and an emergence of 2 of these players. Paolo thinks they have an opportunity. Everybody is.
Paulo psyching them out with mental games here
Yep.
before getting shot by Luna, who also takes out Blazedu.
That was a pretty scary moment there. I think they realized that it was in a knife-y-knife fight. Nobody was going to win, but somebody turned up with a gun. Somebody turned up
Deep-Brew
with
playing
a
that
gun.
corner there a little
to
bit.
knife
Does
fight.
take out Justbro, does take out
Deep-Brew.
Zach. Gremlin then taking out Luna and Apollo taking out Quattro. Is that the end?
It could
And it would
well
seem
be.
that is indeed the end.
Don't think anyone's even alive to do anything about it. EXP finally it gets a point on the scoreboard for themselves, 2-1, and the battle has been resumed. This, I think, people might have thought there was a possibility that it was going to go all in TG's favor, but now we see EXP awakening to the potential, the possibility that maybe this
The
could be
Expendables
theirs.
don't want to be another team that gets 3-0'd.
For sure, and they've absolutely guaranteed that that is not going to be the case right now. But what they can do with this will definitely describe how they see themselves going forward. Everybody hanging around the point, nobody really wants to declare themselves available. Perhaps if they can coax the other team into making a mistake. Gremlin takes out Quattro. Luna on the point, trying to do something, trying to force these players out. Gets one.
Ooh. Luna taking out Deeper there, but then immediately getting shot by Gremlin, as it seems the Expendables will be getting the first cap of this round.
And a good cap with it. Now, one thing we hadn't mentioned before is do go back to spawn, I'm pretty sure you can pick up another bullet. Perhaps
Indeed.
that's the case. Perhaps we get confirmation of that.
Ooh, 8-Zack and Quattro cleaning up there, taking out Apollo and Gremlin as Deeper then peeks around, gets a nice little headshot there on Quattro before 8-Zack goes in for a butter knife. Point still in favor of Expendables. Lilliput, the only defender, does his best, takes out Luna.
Atlas task, trying to defend against 3 players right there. Lilliput even surviving for a moment was definitely unlikely to happen. Team reset, I guess. The counter is going down. Gremlin finding a foe.
Finding a hapless Jan just in the corner there.
Just waiting the adventures to take place.
Luna getting a good shot there on Gremlin
3v3.
and Apollo.
Oh my goodness, Blaze, I thought was gonna be absolutely epic. Was gonna do the whole.
Oh! 8-Zack, the only survivor, getting a good headshot there on Lilliput after butter knifing their friend.
It definitely looks like the aftershots at the world's worst party. There are just bodies strewn all over the place there. You're probably wondering how I came to be here. Says
Jan waiting that corner there, takes out Lilliput as Luna takes out Deeproot. Apollo getting a good shot on Quattro before Justbro takes revenge of that momentary stillness. Luna then shooting Gremlin as well.
This is a gun game. I mean, the reality of this is it's a gun game. You've got
Fortress
a bullet.
Face-Off gun game event when?
Let's check the Rolodex.
Yeah, check the Rolodex. Versus Saxton Hale one. Apollo takes out Justbra and then Deeper takes out 8-Zack. Quattro taking out Gremlin with a knife shot as then BlazeDew shoots both Quattro and Jan as the point changes hand for the first time in a decent while.
Indeed, 2 minutes is a lot of time to make up here, but we've seen more peculiar things happen so far in this tournament. It really is about making those plays, getting those kills. Entirety of team on point for the first time, I think, in forever. A good place Sticky would have done amazing amounts of damage. It's
one demo man.
the singular demo man. In a field of spies. Lilliput
Jan sort of
even
really
get out the door.
There. Yeah, sort of quite pushed up there. It's paying off though. They took out 3.
It's a dangerous game to be playing. But
Quattro taking out Deeper as well.
I think they figured out the magic formula.
Sort of playing keep away at the moment as Quattro kills both Paulo and BlazeDew.
Yeah,
along with taking out Lilliput, certainly getting some good mileage out of that play there.
For sure.
But Gremlin does take out the stragglers.
Seeing some feet on the ground with 25 seconds to go. 23 is left. 2 minutes to capture from Expendables' perspective. They are all lined up. They are ready and raring and waiting. They have an expectation that any moment now, these players are going to be round the corner. Deepu takes down 1.
Followed by Jan. XP Gremlin taking down Luna as well. Quattro sort of forced to run away.
Gallantly running away. Paolo with his knife out. I don't think Paolo's got a one in the chamber anymore.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
Justbro taking out Deeper as soon as that one drop down is killer.
Yeah, absolutely. You either
and no one who's really tucked into that little side area has really gotten any benefit there as Paulo then immediately kills Quattro.
Something of an illusion. The imagination that maybe your back is being covered, but it's the front that you've got to worry about when face stabs are just as effective as back stabs.
Only 10 seconds on the clock here. Expendables really needs to rush out. I don't know if they can.
I'm not sure. Maybe
Deeper running for point. I think they might just be able to touch it.
They got there just in time. Absolutely just in time. Entirety of the team is going to
extend upon them.
collapse onto them. There's 1 left on the point. Can they do any good?
Only 1 left on point.
No. Oh, finally, they went off the edge. That's what I've been waiting for. That's all the experience that I was hoping to have during this match, someone takes the dive, goes off the edge, their corpse falling full into the water. A cold,
We did get one.
dark, damp grave awaits them. I wonder if their mothers will even recognize them, let alone anyone else. EXP,
Yes.
they got a point.
Yeah,
They can
Expendables,
leave
unfortunately, the last we'll see of them.
with their heads held high as soon as they're fished out of their watery graves.
The icy waters
Indeed,
of the fjord.
the fjord claims another victim.
But yes, with that, we will be having Troll Gang moving on into the semifinals. And I believe next up we'll be having Gangweed versus... I'm forgetting the name.
Sure, that's not what they're called.
1 Year Tech.
1 Year Tech, that's the guys. 1 Year Tech.
Which,
Not yo-yo, 1 year.
Yeah, which is most definitely some returning players. They love that little naming convention.
Are we in emote only chat right now? Is that what's going on here?
Get restarted.
I need to put out some.
It seems the server is being restarted at the moment, so
There we go.
small delay.
But
No
a
way,
worthy one
comment from
nonetheless.
Cast. No way.
Yay! Got some bloody beefers and some Seafers. Seafer love as well. I was hoping desperately someone was going to redeem
Gamer Lad Stare, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Fortress Face-Off Gamer Lad. I'll raise you with what have I got here? In my I got an eye of Godfather and got a couple of Godfather eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got a. There we go.
I raised.
I knew it was in there somewhere. You've got the aggro perish face.
that's quite a good one.
Thank you. Took far too long posing for that one. Nonetheless. So, how has number 9 of the Fortress Face-Offs played out for you so far?
I think it's been quite an interesting event so far. Certainly one of the more unique ones that I think we've had. I don't think. Yeah, this is the first event I believe we had that featured spies. So spy players are eaten.
I think this is ultimate love for spies. I think this is 100% of somebody going, do you know what this game needs? More spy. Can we have some more spy? Just maybe base everything on spy.
Please, may I have more spy?
More spy. Please, sir. Spy. Yeah. So that is a thing.
Indeed.
And
We're still
maybe
waiting for the server to restart.
maybe Pen will have us with more pyro, more heavy.
Restarted.
I mean, heavies have got to be
Dodgeball.
useful for more than just
Pyro
boxing.
dodgeball? Question mark.
I'd like to see dodgeball play or have a part to play, but I think there's more to be got from this than that kind of experience than just reflecting a ball or a rocket. But yeah, get the pirate, get the Pirate X, get the juices of imagination flowing, and maybe we can see something interesting coming out of
Gas
the
passer and extinguisher only.
gas passer only. That would be really painful. Yeah, you have to.
Instantly recharging gas passer and extinguishers.
I mean, it could be the only viable use. Just a standard axe. And gas passer. Well, just a standard axe. It'll be the slowest game ever. Yeah. But that's not what we're experiencing right now. Right now, it is full on spy versus spy, double O's versus. What are the spies? What are the other spies called? On the
good question.
Oh,
Not
chat. Oh, sorry. Is chat still in emotes
they're
only?
still
I'm
in
not sure.
emote only,
Not sure
so-
how. Not sure how they're going to respond. Using emotes only. Please tell us the name of the spies that James Bond fights against. I think I've just remembered. Yeah, it's Troll. It's 100% Troll. Is it Spectre?
100% troll face. Think so. I don't know. I have not seen a James Bond movie, admittedly. So
I'm so what now?
I haven't seen a James Bond movie.
You've never seen a James
No.
Bond? Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just the truth.
Yo, go ahead and rejoin.
You're clearly not Englishman
Well, that is true. I'm not.
or Brit. Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
a filthy American.
Well, I was gonna say, if you've seen Face-Off, the Face-Off, it's either Face-Off or The Rock, then you've pretty much seen a James Bond film. Yeah. Either way, this has been an enjoyable experience so far. I'm hoping. Oh, we're no longer in emote only. Yay! Please, someone redeem water. I am so thirsty. So thirsty.
And it seems the server is indeed back.
Excellent. Well, I can rejoin then.
Yes. Enjoy your ability to type again, chat.
I don't know what caused people to lose that option. You can only assume it was.
Redeem via channel points.
Oh, was it? Okay. Yeah. All right.
Watch someone redeem it again.
Hydration! Woohoo!
Hydration! Yippee! Water. Sweet H2O.
Oh, that is so good. That's so
Lubricate
good.
the old windpipes.
Indeed. All right, I feel I can return to normality once again. And with that, I feel that there is a need for weed.
Indeed. All right, so
Can we all?
Or one sec.
yeah. Sorry, the voices in our head are talking. And what's it called? This is Gangweed versus One Tech.
One you sec.
And what's it called? On Gangweed, we actually have our very own Cosmin Param, who is the server hoster for these events.
Is
So-
that allowed?
What's it called? Yeah. We have let. Sorry, English.
I was thinking that surely it's only a matter of time before I find myself playing and casting at the same time. But
Oh boy, that would be quite hectic.
Really. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
A lot of familiar faces though loading in. Master Dizzy, Krios, Frylock. A lot of returning names for those who have watched previous events,
Well,
and all very accomplished players. So this will be quite the interesting round.
talking about returning names, Paolo is on the server. I'm not sure if that's a mistake or a typo, but it seems that we've got returning players from the previous maps, previous teams. Maybe a few stand-ins to ensure that they go without a problem. It looks like it's 5v5 though at the moment. Assuming these are the teams, then are we live? Or no, it's starting very shortly. That's good news for everyone, including myself, who is getting quite hungry at this point. Right, let us hope that we see a competitive match. Good luck to both teams. This
Also, it would be preferred that we did not drown again. Thank you.
no drowning?
MDL said in chat that with chat's help, they can drown us again by redeeming Hydrate.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't mind the occasional hydrate again. Looking forward to that. Aggro is here, yeah. Thanks, Dan.
Yes, indeed. I believe we are starting momentarily here. Back on Horizon. which we haven't seen since the first match.
Yeah, I think we're now suitably used to the perils of Horizon, whereby lots of darkness, lots of reds. It is deep in shadow, and I think that the red team almost has an advantage here, in that they seem to sort of blend into the surroundings. This is one map where I think playing in pyro mode might be the great leveler. I'm not sure that's even.
Indeed.
But, here we go. We are starting once again. Map 3, 4, whatever. Anyway, Fortress Faceoffs, number 9. The match is match 4. This is the last one before we enter into the finals, as is, and as such, the semi-finals, of course, not the finals. But nonetheless, two very qualified teams coming out now.
Out they go.
Wonyo versus Gangweed.
And then a break between semifinals and
Rollout happening immediately.
Both teams sort of playing a little safe there. No kills yet, playing the corner game. Shots having been fired, though. First kill going to Roingus as they kill Crocosaurus, where Neokis kills Roingus, Cosmin kills Peems, another returning name, and Neonkis kills Krios. Master Dizzy killing Paula, and then Neonkis killing Master Dizzy, before Neonkis also kills Potato.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird exchange right there. I mean, the Wonyo effectively being taken out of the field completely, but not without a few casualties on Gangweed's side. Although with enough of them up and around now, they've set themselves up in a position where they are guarding the points as opposed to going forward proactively. Whether or not this pays out for them, don't know. Only time will tell. But Gangweed getting, and Paolo, of course, being part of that, getting a couple of kills in. It looks like it's going to be Wonyo who is taking the point back.
Yes, it would seem so. And we had a couple exchanges of singular kills there, but no more big plays at the moment.
That's such a shame. It's is really where we would expect to see some good plays coming in. And speaking of which, the entirety of Gangweed moving together as one big swarm right now. If one tech can figure out what is going on, this can be played into their advantage. It looks like another exchange versus exchange moving in and on point right now. Wow.
Is getting taken out by Paula there, who was trying to cap the point as Dizzy then takes out Paula themselves. Neonicus taking out Dizzy, and it seems once again they're going to start working on exchanging the point there. But the cap is a lot slower on this map.
A lot slower. You need a lot more than one player to be able to cap it successfully, quickly.
Cosmin taking out Krios, Croc taking out Potato, and then Neonicus taking out Peems, sort of trying to help secure that cap.
It looks like Gangweed got the memo. It's 4 on the points right now. It's actually going in their favor. Finally, they've in a solid position.
Roingus getting a triple kill there.
That is the
Apollo taking out Roingus.
I think the open declaration that there are 4 of you capping on points really just means that enemy teams know that there's 4 people on that point. No need to stealthily move forward when you know where the enemy is at any particular time. Paolo going in for the trick stab there, doesn't quite. Does pull it off.
It's the butternut.
Absolutely a win.
Paolo on that drop down again, waiting for someone. Gets Krios in a little jump scare before also taking out Peems as Croc takes out Master Dizzy off on the side.
Awesome, hanging out in window, waiting for an opportunity to shoot someone going past.
Paolo waiting for Roingus there.
Here we go. This is the push back, though. This is the moment we've been waiting for. I think I can only imagine that these players are listening out for footsteps because there's really no indication of where people are and nobody can be seen, and yet here they are constantly getting in there.
Paulo managing to get Krios and Roingus, but then the members of Wonyutek are not happy and kind as they take out Cosman, and then start capping the point there.
Am I wrong in thinking that this feels messy? Like effective?
A lot slower.
Yeah, more considered, but at the same time,
They certainly take more time on their shots.
seen Krios hiding in a bush, but he's got great big pink ears on, so I'm not sure how.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the pink ears and gold can help.
Yep.
Oh, Krios going off though. I guess the bush strat did work, getting a triple kill there on Cosman. That's awesome, and Neonicus.
Well, all of the specials are really working against you at this point. If you've got a kill streak going on, then your eyes are going to start lighting up with every new kill. In they go.
Indeed. Roingus getting several kills there, and then Krios killing up there. Now officially on a kill streak.
Absolutely.
Mission ends in 60
Looks like a
seconds.
bunny with a cause. Krios is a terrifying opponent to go up against.
Indeed. Croc taking out Peems, who was pushed up a little bit. Paulo
Excitement on China.
running directly into Dizzy's knife.
Yep. Taken out.
Alert. Our control point
Cosman
has been
trying to
captured.
solo cap, or nope, just moving around.
Oh, no.
Gets shot in the back by Potato.
I think they might have forgotten that it shows up on the scoreboard if you try and cap.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
The positioning is all given away. Paolo manages to take a kill off on Dizzy. And finally, teams are very much split in the favor of...
Dude. Gangweed trying to cap the point again here. They do manage to get 4 on. Only 10 seconds on the clock though for Wonyutek.
Well, 10 seconds might be all they need. They've split up again and looking for Dizzy. Dizzy knows there's someone there.
Yeah.
Dizzy gets the
waiting
kill. That was suspicious.
Mission
Very
ends
suspicious.
in 30 seconds.
Sort of converging on the side of the point there. Dizzy taking out Croc and Paulo as Paulo takes out Roingus and Kine. Fighting on the point here as Awesome takes out Krios and Cosman takes out Dizzy, leaving only a singular member alive there, but Peems does clutch up, taking out
Mission
both.
ends in 10 seconds.
It's gone the other way now. Only a few seconds left for each team. Gangweed.
Lucas, the sole defender of the point right now. Plenty of time on the point though. Could go either way depending on who wins this fight.
Super effective though. Paolo has joined the fight right now. It's 3 versus 2.
Oh, Paulo somehow not dying and butter knifing 2 in the 1v3 there.
And
Gets shot, however.
Paolo
That
just being super effective at the end there.
Indeed.
Gangweed, they've got a point.
Indeed. Very close round.
Extremely close round. I think that's what we're seeing certainly from both of these teams. Got a GR, one or more GRs in chat. I think
Couple
both
among us.
teams appreciate the challenge that they're facing right now. It's not going to be easy. There's
Most certainly
definitely no domination going on here. Both teams.
First kill off on Roingus.
Absolutely. Both teams so reluctant to stand on the point.
Alert.
Yes, very careful.
Ever seen this before?
Point is being captured.
Croc managing to take out Krios and another member of Wonyutek as Dizzy takes out Neonicus.
Krios.
Dizzy then also taking out Cosman, Awesome, and Croc.
For sure. I mean, that's them gotta be feeling worthy of wanting to take the point right now.
Alert. The control point is
They've
being
got a
captured.
couple of them. They're gonna be putting potentially
Time on the clock yet.
in their favor, assuming that Gangweed aren't able to get out in time to stop them.
Yeah, Peems and Krios buying time there, taking out both Cosman and Croc.
Well, Gangweed seems to have gone for the idea of let's take everybody and stick them all on the points versus the idea that has been utilized by these Wonyutek team members of just
Indeed.
kind of
Cosman does get a backstab on Dizzy there as Awesome takes out Peems, and then Croc takes out Potato. Krios then taking out Cosman in kind as Neonicus jumps down onto the point. Krios sort of the sole defender here as they all go in for knives.
A knife on
Getting
knife.
chased around and does unfortunately die. Did buy time though for Roingus to arrive on the point, who takes out 2. As now the rest of their team has arrived. Paulo taking one, Master Dizzy taking out another, Potato then taking out Paulo, and it seems they're going to hold the point.
They really are. They've managed to hold off on this point being taken. The flip and flap that's been going on so far in the last few rounds of time going down for one team, then the other has been combo has definitely been ended.
Indeed. Dizzy getting a cheeky stab there on Croc before Neonicus takes out Dizzy in kind. Peems, however, cleaning up there a little bit as he takes out 2.
They're not quite able to utilize the knife to full effect. And this team is now locating themselves a little bit further forward than I think we've seen from them in the past, and not really necessarily working out too well for them. Although, bit of retaliation going on here.
Little corner here.
Paolo gets one, gets the second. Excellent work by him. As we see.
Indeed, it takes out a 3rd there.
Yep.
Taking out Dizzy as well.
Mission ends in 60
I think
seconds.
with only
2 minutes down on the clock though, and no time though for Gangry. That's not a great scenario to be in.
Oh my!
Roingus cleaning up there.
Just doing such epic work.
Here comes Peems.
40 seconds left. Got to get something. They can't afford to hang around too long. Finally got.
And unfortunately, they didn't cap the point, and there's still no time on the clock there for Gangweed.
I think this
Only
might
30
be the
seconds.
first time we've seen this so far without a team getting any time down on the clock at all. A complete role reversal from what we saw on the last point.
Indeed, Roingus going in there, stopping the cap again. That's awesome then, and it seems we finally are going to have time in favor of Gangweed. Still, that's 3 minutes compared to 10 seconds. That's quite the difference.
I mean, if they don't convert this, that would be pretty bad. That's a tremendous advantage right there. China being the staging post right now for a lot of excitement happening as mid gets moved into. Awesome.
That's awesome, getting good stab off on Peems as then Dizzy and Roingus clean up Paulo and Cosman before Neonicus gets a backstab on Dizzy and then immediately shoots Roingus right after.
Yeah, that's stab
Hydration, thank you for the
pistol
water.
conversion is beautiful. Thank you for the appreciative water. Do enjoy a good hydration as much as Crocus enjoys shooting Roingus in the face.
And Dizzy.
And Dizzy indeed. That's a bit of a twofer.
Alert. Our control. Alert.
Paulo getting a good shot there on Krios and Potato. They are holding it so far, a whole minute down now in their favor. Not in their favor. But...
Here comes Roingus. What can they do? Anything? No.
Stab Roingus in the face, it seems.
Yeah, that's be stabbed is apparently the thing. A little bit of action in the house.
Playing the corner there. Does kill Croc, who misses their shot.
Yes.
Ooh, Krios immediately peeking up and dying to Paulo. Neonicus then stabbing Dizzy. Potato taking out Neonicus and Roingus taking him out as well. And time, it seems that they might be able to cap it, but a singular member of Blue, that's awesome, has appeared. Oh, Paulo coming up behind. Followed by That's Awesome. And
Yeah,
they are holding on to it. They're making the defense.
Double. Yeah, absolutely. The almost perfect win, the perfect point was going to be theirs, and yet here they come. 50 seconds. It's actually realistic.
Master Dizzy cleaning up quite a bit though.
Wanyo has finally got themselves back in position for them on point. That's going to be enough to ensure that they get the cap down to nothing with about 30 seconds to spare. And they are all now in this midsection. Are they going to move their way forward? I think they may be just going to hold.
Make it in time.
Hold the mid. Make sure no one comes in. No one
Oh!
gets time on that point.
No, he walked off the point.
He had no choice. No choice. I mean, if they'd stayed, it would have been no difference. Wonyo gets that point for themselves. This is finally making itself into a very perilous activity. The map could go in either direction. I don't think the dominant team here. Which is all the better for us. It ensures that we get great action and we can share it with you during this Fortress face-off. Very hesitant, both teams, neither one of them wishing really to commit the whole way to moving forward. They know as soon as they move into the sightline, they get taken down, and that was the way that it was. Krios immediately going down.
Oh, Neonicus getting quite the kills there, taking out Dizzy, Peems, and Roingus, as it seems Gangweed is going to get the first cap here.
Not just that, but Gangweed got a complete clean sweep. Entire team wiped out.
Absolutely.
Only consolation is a very fast spawn.
Taunt as well.
It's gotta feel bad. Neonicus gets their 5th.
Peems going in for some stabs here. Does take out Paulo.
Not a quiet stab either.
He immediately died to Potato.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Ooh, and then also Potato taking out. That's awesome. As then Peems takes out Cosman and Croc. The laughs coming out again.
3 on the points. These spies are evil.
We have secured the control point.
Certainly the most
But nonetheless,
team in any match.
yeah. I think they're starting to feel the pressure now. This is much more spy type action than I was expecting or had seen elsewhere. My goodness,
Roingus going off there, taking out Cosman, Croc, and Awesome before getting taken out by Paulo. Paulo then going off in kind, taking out Peems and Potato as well before getting taken out by Dizzy.
Dizzy finally finishing that one off. That peculiar exchange. What it actually means, though, is we find ourselves in a situation where there's 2 players haggling over the very point itself. Crocus.
Ooh, good backstab there from Krios on Croc before he gets immediately taken out by That's Awesome. Roingus running in there, takes out Neonicus, takes out Cosman.
Pablo left on his own. He's got nothing but a knife to defend himself with. Not enough. Roingus gets in there. And that is all of the action that is required. Time still ticking down. Some beautiful work, though. This is absolutely anyone's to play for. 2 minutes. 2 minutes could turn into 4 minutes very easily. We could find ourselves having a very long exchange. Potato, goodness me. Distracted by a pipe, I think, for a moment there. Allowed themselves to get taken out. Roingus doing the work of spies everywhere. Quiet,
just taking up
dark
Apollo.
emo area.
Peems getting a backstab on Cosman, who had just backstabbed his own teammate. Time still in favor at the moment of one attack.
Yeah, these
Paulo taking out Krios and Peems for Potato kills Paulo. Neonicus sort of hugging the wall there.
Shot taken and missed, left with nothing. Potato is taken out. You don't want to bring a knife to a gunfight.
Certainly not, as Croc then immediately knifes Roingus to then pull out the gun and shoot Dizzy.
Indeed.
We have captured the control point.
Yeah, utilization of guns as soon as you got a kill and is 100%. Krios waiting for the rest of his team to spawn so he can move in, not as a victim, but as a fully fledged team.
Dude, Roingus getting a good shot there, and that's awesome before Peem then follows up. Croc taking out Peem, Paulo taking out Roingus, Master Dizzy taking out Croc, and then Paulo taking out Dizzy. Trying to stop that cap.
Is full now. Paulo on point. Cannot manage to capture it or hold it back from this retake. Looks like 2 on the point. It's going to go their way. It has gone their way. 55 seconds to go. I think we're going to blow out both clocks here if we're not careful.
Most certainly. Roingus getting a triple kill there, taking out Croc, awesome.
What? Again?
And then Potato Paulo taking out Neonicus as well. Clean sweep.
Absolutely incredible work going on by these 2 teams. I I've said it before, this is the tightest we've seen so far. Whether this plays to the enormitude of the map or the players themselves, I don't know. It is absolutely running the clock down to nothing. And I think they're going to get their feet on the point. I'm pretty sure they're going to make at least a stab.
Cosmic filtering in. Dizzy the only one there. Oh! Croc jumping down to save his teammate by taking the knife to the face.
Time is
Threw off Dizzy
being
for sure.
called. Prios hanging back, waiting for the rest of the team to join in. They know where they all are. They're all going to be on point. They need to hold this point for a minute and a half to even stand a chance. That means they've all got to be alive. They've all got to be intimately knowledgeable of the point itself. Entire
it looks
team,
like
it
that
seems.
might be it.
Yep, they're going to be capturing this.
Awesome going down, Paulo going down.
Not going to be enough for them to
And,
make
yep.
any kind of a pushback. It looks like this point is going to go in the favor of one Yo.
And One Tech certainly seems to have warmed up now.
Yep, they have made a real attempt now at taking this map for themselves. Came from nothing, came back from nothing, and they are now fully taking ownership of this map for themselves.
Certainly.
Let's see how this midpoint plays out.
Potential
Bearing in
match
mind, it's been pretty scary for this team. They haven't really done too well at the initial rollout in the past.
Both teams playing it very careful here on the initial rollout.
Paulo
Paulo
gets
sniping Dizzy from range.
awesome work. Neonicus,
Gangweed gets an early lead.
Prios, the only one left alive, really. Do they go and fight? Try and stall out a little bit? They're taking
Doesn't
a
seem
roundabout
so.
route. They've managed to make it all the way to mid, more or less unseen. They're giving away the position right now. Got a knife going in, gets a kill. Prios actually doing work. That's 2 kills.
Roingus getting Paulo, Croc killing Master Dizzy, and then also killing Krios before Roingus kills
going
Croc.
Down. That is pretty unfortunate. Nonetheless, though, they're 2 on the point. They're definitely recapturing it. It is theirs, and that
2
counts
minutes
for
30
something.
to 3.
For sure, all team players back up again. Everyone is alive. Everyone is alive, at least for the time being. That did not last for long.
Yeah, Neonicus waiting there for Roingus around the corner as Croc takes out Peems, Potato takes out Cosmin, Croc takes out Potato, Croc takes out Master Dizzy, and Croc takes out Krios. Good play.
Krios, last man standing, was doing a good job right up until
More
that last
taunts
moment.
coming out.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. This has got to be BM. We don't need this in our game. Come on.
Alert. The control point is
What's
being
it called?
contested.
Oh, Peems
Oh!
breaking. Roingus going
Going
up.
mad! Only Paulo left alive. Can Paulo do anything? They can!
Takes out 3. It's just them and
Suddenly.
Potato on point.
Suddenly,
Scared
what
to
seemed
go
like
off.
forever was returned. Paulo, you meaty genius.
The prodigal son. What's it called? Oh, does manage to take up Potato finally.
Oh, Paulo finally goes down. Dizzy, I
Krios
think,
taking
is
out
going to be
Croc.
pretty happy about that.
Getting time back on that cap.
Oh, it's a pause. We have a pause. This
Not
is
apparent as to
about
why.
as exciting as I think we've seen these matches so far. There's a lot to be played for right here, and neither one of these teams is really in any position to rest on their laurels. That they know if they want to win, they're going to have to fight for it, and fight they most certainly are. How do you feel this is playing out at the moment?
I still think it's quite possible for this to be anyone's game at the moment.
For sure, and we will find out immediately as we return to the game. Everyone in a little bit of a T-pose, but of
Yes,
course, as we
indeed.
know, that ends the moment that someone dies. So I guarantee that people won't be in T-pose for a particularly long time.
Yeah. Roingus trying to go in there. Pincered on every side though, dies to Paulo.
That
Croc
was
killing
pretty
Krios,
tough.
Neonicus killing Potato.
Alert. The control
Well,
point is
Seems
being
they're gonna make
captured.
Roingus in a bush.
Ringus in a bush is still. Ah, I see what's happened now. We dropped a player, so that's hopefully going to be returned to us in a moment or two. Perhaps the scoreboard will just take a moment or two to reflect that. So here we go, back in full effect.
In Gangweed's favor at the moment with the point. Potato waiting for Cosman to round the corner there. Neonicus trying to shoot Krios and miss. Dives to Peems, who also takes out Paulo.
Absolute shame though. Neonicus would there was one moment there where it was a clear shot, and just the reaction's a little bit off, and that's really all it takes to ensure your death.
Only one chance.
Pincer movement going on here. Upper is the location where that tombstone
Roingus
will
waiting there near spawn. Takes out Paulo and Awesome pretty much as soon as they walk out the door.
Krios, I think Krios thought he had a line on someone, and
Yeah, Cosman was just waiting in the corner there for Krios.
Sure.
Peems taking out Neonicus.
I'm looking at the clock, and it doesn't seem like
Times are
it's
about even.
really obvious who's going to take this one.
Cosman not looking behind them there. Does manage to take out Peems. Managed to take out Paulo. That's Awesome taking out
On
Potato.
one.
Dizzy taking out Croc.
Oh,
Getting taken out by Neonicus. Krios getting 2.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
they are really playing this out for as absolutely long as they possibly can. Roingus goes in.
recovering the point there.
Oh,
Does die to Paulo.
Roingus! Did you not win that? That is tough. And I think the reason not
Roingus
won
got
that was
Roingus.
Paolo was equally vicious.
Secure the control. Alert. The control point of mission ends in 60 seconds.
And the point has changed hand. Both teams under a minute here. Very similar times. Krios does shoot Neonicus.
For sure. But both of these teams know that it's not necessarily about the point. It's about the team. It's about having the numbers. It's about ensuring that if they take the point, they can hold the point. And those numbers right now are falling in the favor.
Cosman. And it seems that the point might be changing hands back in favor of Wonyatek.
Mission
Although
ends in 30 seconds.
possibly a bit of a disturbance happening on the point itself. You can't take the point if someone else is on it.
Secure the control point.
Here it goes. Finally.
Taking out Awesome as they cap the point there. At this point, both teams getting under 30 seconds as Neonicus shoots Krios.
China is the
Potato taking out Cosman. Croc taking out Dizzy and Potato. And taking out Roingus.
Croc having a moment right there.
Alert. The control point
And
That
it
was
seems the
pretty
point is
exciting.
going to be changing hands again.
20 seconds less. Even with 3 on, it's still going to be 12, 10 seconds maybe before they can finally capture it. Less than 9 seconds to go. My goodness me, this is really, really cutting down to the wire here.
There. Does die to Peems. Neonicus does take out Dizzy, but...
Oh!
No, Neonicus, Croc taking out Krios.
Just an
Peems taking out
exchange
Croc.
butter.
It's just Paulo. Can they clutch up?
I mean, they're going to try for it. They're going to try for it. They've got to get a point on the line. They will. There's a knife going out. Paolo takes down 1. Takes down 2. Paolo on his own. Uses the gun.
Dizzy.
Hasn't got it left. Oh my God. Takes it to the face.
But
Dizzy
they bought time for the rest of their team to spawn. Cosman goes down to Krios. They're holding the point there.
They're gonna go for it.
rushing in.
They're going to go for it.
See Krios.
Neonic is doing so much work, taking them down 1, 2 after another.
Point's going
Here
back.
we
I don't know
go.
if they can get on it. Roingus goes down. Krios.
Oh! That is so painful.
Beams coming
See
up
them
from
running in.
behind.
That's awesome. He's taken down as well on their approach to the point.
It's
There's
just
9
Beams.
seconds. Timer going
So tense.
down for them.
They
This
take
is
out
about
Paulo.
as epic as
Cosman's
I think
only
any
one
match
left.
has been.
And it seems like that might be it, unless they can get back on the point in these 9
Counting it.
seconds.
The clock is finally in their favor again. 4, 3. I'm counting with it. It's absolutely going to be theirs unless
Oh,
something
big
can
round of
happen.
Krios taking out 2, and boom! Wonyatek wins the match.
That is extraordinary. I think that is the closest we've ever seen either map or match or any kind of exchange happen so far in this entire competition. I am exhausted. I don't know about you, but my brain has just exploded with awesomeness.
That was extremely close. Right at the end there.
Woo-wee.
One Tech pulling it out of the bag.
How? How did
Yeah,
that
we
even?
got smoked.
They. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. No, that was tough. I genuinely thought Gangweed had this. They played so well at the beginning. As I said, anyone could have taken those maps. Both teams played exceptionally well. I think Wanyo kind of a force to be reckoned with. I'm not certain this is the particular lineup that they would have seen themselves going up against. But they've got a bit of confidence. I'm curious to see how far they can take it through. They've done well.
With that wraps up all of our quarterfinals, which means that the semifinals are next. But before that, we will be taking a 10-minute break because we need to get more water.
Sure.
So thank you all for watching so far, and we'll catch you again after this.
Take care, everyone. See you soon.
Attention! General coming in! At ease. Gentlemen, you're here because you're the best covert operations unit this team has got. Which is why we need you for this top secret mission. Private, if you please. Right away, sir. Please direct your attention to the presentation. You will be dropped into the AO with the mission to capture and hold the area for as long as possible. For this mission, your unit has been outfitted with a new prototype bullet with more damage than anything else we've got.
Help!
Due to limited resources, we can only give you one bullet for this mission.
Oh, man.
Make your shots count. In case you somehow manage to miss your shot, we've also equipped you with a combat knife. Our recon informs us that hostiles have gained access to the same technology. So, be on your toes. Make sure to give them hell. Briefing over. Dismissed. Sir, yes, sir. One in the chamber. You have one bullet. Make it count. Brought to you by Fortress Faceoffs.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fortress Faceoffs number 9. My name is Aggro. I am joined by this illustrious fellow known as Cherry Lad. Hello, Cherry Lad.
Hello, Aggro.
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a bit heavier and harder of the voice today. I just enjoyed a marvelous kimchi sandwich with some good
Yummy.
friends.
I had a chicken
Indeed. Yes. Right. If you are wondering what it is that you're watching, it's Aggro talks about things that he's eaten. No, it's not. It's Fortress Face-Offs number 9. It is, of course, One in the Chamber.
Damn,
A
got me excited for nothing.
special kind of Team Fortress 2. Cherry Lad, you're a little bit quiet for me.
Am I?
And also a call for hydration, so we're getting in there nice and early.
Yeah, thank you for the water.
Dum, dum, dum.
Freshly refilled.
Mm.
Am I still quiet?
You're a little bit less quiet than you were a few moments ago. But tell me, what have you got in your? Is it all water in there?
Is that better?
That is so much better. Well done. I don't know what
Yeah, so
you
for some
pressed
reason
then.
my recording device put down to 70 input volume for some reason. Don't know why.
That changes everything.
Yeah, I just have water. Usually I have soda, but
And now you have water. Well.
indeed. So yeah, we're back once again. We're going to be going into the semifinals. There's still best of one. As a reminder, in case anyone new has showed up, this is a 5v5 spy only event where they have only the stock knife and its reskins and all revolvers. With what restrictions, my fellow co-caster?
Yes, restrictions, no possibility of disguising. There's nothing to sap, so that's not really a possibility. And of course, did we mention that you can't disguise? Oh, you can't cloak. No
cloak.
cloaking as
Five,
well.
yeah, 5 teams of cloak and dagger spies would be kind of boring, I imagine.
Can't even imagine how slow a game that would be. 5, especially if no one's captured. Yeah, that would just like people hide and go seek without the go seek part. Nope. So none of that.
Certainly.
None of that. It's all action all the time, and of course insta gib as well. So the slightest wound is fatal. And in
Absolutely.
killing an opposition member will gain you a bullet. So even though you only start with one in the chamber, it's fully possible theoretically to end up with an entire gun full of bullets, which can then be utilized.
Indeed.
in
If you
whatever
also manage to backstab or get a headshot, you get a collateral, a bullet that can collateral. But we haven't seen that yet.
Yep.
To be fair, a little hard to set up there.
I mean, good luck. If you can pull it off, then congratulations. We have seen what we've seen a lot of during this tournament is players taking a stab with a shot. No, taking a stab. Having a failed attempt at shooting someone, finding themselves with nothing but the knife left in their hands, getting that kill off, and immediately it's returning them a bullet in the gun that they've converted into yet another kill. So the whole only having
Indeed.
one bullet thing, so long as your aim is right, can be not as restrictive as you might imagine it to be. As long as you don't miss, the bullets.
Yeah, as long as you don't miss. That's the hard part.
Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of
Um,
duking going on with these players, expecting and taunting and hoping that the opposition is going to take a shot at them and miss, and they'll be left pseudo defenseless. But even in an environment where a butter knife is a guaranteed kill, you can't rely on duking physics.
Yeah.
You've got to commit. and a lot of these teams are committing like fury, like their lives depend on it. Of
Absolutely.
course, they do.
Yeah. With the fragility of their lives,
Still
certainly.
waiting on response from one of the teams.
Yeah.
If they
Life fragility. That's a
and if they are
hashtag fragile.
just still working on it.
Speaking of fragile, is there a status report on teams? Or can we expect to see them soon?
Just got word that one of the teams hasn't responded yet and is taking their time apparently. So if they don't respond in 10 minutes, that'll be elimination. But hopefully that doesn't.
Yeah, I'd love to see. I mean, I really do want to see these teams like actually play themselves out. We've seen
Of
like
course.
complete participation so far. Everyone who said that they will be available has been available. And as a result of that, we've seen some pretty epic gaming. We've seen some amazing plays, emergent gameplay, I would say, at that point where this is the first time I think within Team Fortress 2 World anyone's ever seen these teams play this way. Play in these restrictions, play play 5-on-5 spy
Yes,
in
indeed.
this particular format, and there is, under those scenarios, there is no meta. There is no definitively right way to play. What is chosen to be the correct way of playing is whatever tactics work.
Indeed.
And
Um,
it continues to be the case.
I'd like to take a quick second to thank Mindsetemy for being the one to create this plugin, and also say thank you to the mappers who made the 2 custom maps this event, Dig Site and Slums. We did briefly mention that earlier, but thank you to Alrex, Tifted, Subtle, Caper, GM, Deconstructor, and Zythe.
Yeah, I haven't seen Slums be played out yet. Really hoping that gets played.
We've seen Slums, not Dig
Slums, not
Site.
Dig Site. My apologies. Dig
Hopefully
Site.
we can see Dig Site.
Yeah, Dig Site is really keen. That's one of the ones that I've spent most time on. It's a beautiful map with plenty of opportunity to hide around pillars, lots of drop down sections, nice parts of the map you can accidentally fall off and inadvertently kill yourself. There's so many things that happen within Dig Site, and I think it's one of the ones where, I mean, the detailing on Slums has been massive, as in there's big palm trees, there's big huts, and lots of different changing kind of surfaces. But I think that Dig Site is more cute. There's lots of little things going on. There's floodlights, there's bombs, there's unexploded bombs, I should say. There's lots of little interesting knickknacks in things in corners that make a difference to gameplay, that can be played around, that can be sort of points of interest in a map.
Yeah, certainly.
Apologies for any crackling sounds you might be hearing in the background. It's just started raining in beautiful sunny England. Who would have thought?
Ah, yes.
So hopefully that doesn't get translated into anything in the microphone.
Well, I
Sure,
don't hear it at the
it
moment.
is. Right. Well, I thought for a moment then the ceiling was falling in, so maybe it's just me. Either way, Dig Site is a beautiful sunny environment. It's kind of like has that feel of Egypt about it. A map known for its sandiness. But yeah,
Still waiting to hear back from one of the teams.
anticipate.
If we don't hear from them within 5 minutes, they'll unfortunately be disqualified.
I'm just going to remind the person who has chosen to fall asleep behind me that I'm actually on live on stream right now. Boo Boo, do you want to wave to the audience because everyone can see you because my webcam is on. This is my beautiful friend. Sorry, that side. My beautiful friend Boo Boo. Hello, Boo Boo. Hi.
Hello, Boo Boo.
Also in the background as well, we have. That's my host for the weekend. That is If. Who's, I think, reading a phone. This hand belongs to my other friend Zakiel. Who's
Hello,
not.
Agros
The
friends.
hand doesn't appear on stream. It's the 45-second delay. So yeah. that slightly confused hand belonged to Zakil. And I have other friends here with me as well, so it's nice to be able to stream from friends' houses. To thank them for supporting me in my Bizarro world endeavors.
Indeed.
Where's Semos or Semis? Semis. I don't know who Semis is. Yeah.
Let's see.
So
Also, want to make a quick shout out once again to our socials. If you've been enjoying this event so far,
for sure.
what's it called? You can find myself at that one Gamerlad. You can find Aggro and the rest of the Critscast organization at Critscast. And if you want to support Fortress Faceoffs, you can follow us on Twitter at Fort Faceoffs. Join the Discord at that link. And
CTE
support us
47
via
lowercase
Ko-Fi.
m RPD.
Yep.
Aggro invades random homes to stream on their PC. I mean, that would
is
make
that
for
true,
amazing
Aggro?
content. They were warned.
They were warned in advance.
They were warned. Yeah.
And thank you, Pepe, for the words of encouragement.
For sure. Do appreciate chat.
Yeah, of course, the biggest thank you is to all of you for making these events possible, showing up, being interested, watching them. Big thanks.
Yeah, weird part of me thinks that even without an audience, Fortress Face-Offs would still happen. Like, there's the expectation that that we're doing this. I mean, it is being done purely for your entertainment, but I think part of the reality is that it's just fun being part of this kind of thing. And so yeah, I imagine people would still Fortress Face-Offs would still be Fortress Face-Offs if there wasn't a stream. But it makes it all so much more, just full stop. So much more enjoyable, so much more of an experience. And I think quietly, secretly, it kind of keeps people in the straight and narrow, makes them want to perform more, do more, be more exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you can see that with the players themselves when they're playing. It's not just about being number one; it's about being seen to be number one. All the flashy taunts and then the hilarious moments that ensue. It's all in favor of you guys. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for participating. Thank you for your comments and chat.
A lot of great moments over the past, 3 years?
It's been a while. It always surprises me how much effort goes into putting one of these things together. And the fact that it is like Fortress Face-Offs number 9. That's just, all of the effort. I assume that this has been 9 years you guys have been doing this for, but no, it's not that many years.
Very recent overall in the TF2 organization scene.
So much effort being crammed into every single one of these events. So good times all.
Indeed. And we have gotten word that one of the teams did not reply within the allotted time period, so unfortunately they are disqualified. And as such, the winner that'll be moving on to the finals is Gunspy Gods. I wish we could have brought you a match, but
yeah,
unfortunate.
Well, I mean, I'm glad that they got their moment in the sun. Sorry. I'm glad that they, as a participating as an active team, managed to push their way through. So hopefully there's something positive that comes out of that. And I guess as a slight alternative in terms of positivity, it means it's just going to be a little bit sooner when we get to bring you the other match.
Yep.
Assuming there's going to be another match today.
So the next match, which Troll Gang versus Wonyotech, who are both quite intimidating teams here. So
absolutely, we've seen only very recently how Wonyotech can really pull themselves together and be a formidable team. Troll Gang, that famous feud.
Back on the fjords.
Back on the fjords, and maybe depending on which map they get to play, maybe we'll see a bit more TG Fjord action. Hopefully,
Indeed.
we can find out in a few moments what was banned and what went through. Yeah, just mildly miffed that we're going to see a team that we haven't seen so far go all the way through to the next section. But anyway, it is what it is.
Indeed.
Let's see.
Still, I'm sure Troll Gang versus Wanyutek will be quite a fun match here. They are currently picking and banning maps, so we will be starting shortly.
Oh, I'm glad that they are completely on top of things. I don't know if you heard the same voice that I did in my ear, but it seems like they are getting ready to go quite shortly.
Indeed. Yeah, we have a lot of voices in our heads.
I mean, some of them are real. I'd like to imagine that some of them are real. Not
Again,
seven.
I'm not here, Aggro. You've actually been by yourself this whole time.
Well, yeah. I mean, I mean, the other thing is that these people in the room with me might not necessarily be in the room with me. I'm 100% certain that
The
I'm
voices.
just a figment of my own imagination. Is that even work? No. Anyway, plenty more to go along here. Hi to 333 Res. We have a few
Yes,
moments
hello,
here. If anyone would like to
333
say
Res.
hi in chat, we'll gladly say hi back. Is it middle of night time? It's going to be middle of night time for you, gamer lad.
No, it's middle of morning actually. It's 10
Oh,
10 a.m.
It's full on. Just assumed from your blackout curtains that nothing is happening in the world for you.
Oh, no, what's it called? I actually have a
Solution?
sliding glass door, but the light doesn't proliferate very nice through here.
Okay. Are you aware that you've got a space alien hanging out behind you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
am aware.
Okay. Right.
Among Us.
Among Us.
The-
Very
the-
important question. Among Us. Yeah.
The Among Us is a staple of my webcam.
Cannot leave. Cannot escape. Among Us. Yeah.
The Amog. Yeah, so
Cool.
we're still waiting for the maps, but we should be hopefully
Starting very
starting soon.
shortly. Fingers crossed. Have you had much time to play on these maps yet? Have you been out there and experienced them for yourself?
A little bit, not a
Yeah.
ton, admittedly.
Anything you particularly enjoyed?
Slums definitely.
Sounds good fun.
Yeah, I don't know. The detailing is definitely still my favorite part. I know we've talked about it a ton, but yeah, I don't know. Slums is just a very well-made map.
Yeah, beautiful. I love the.
I don't know if I will strangle the Among Us. Sorry, mindset.
Let's. I am very surprised that you can't hear the rain right now. It is so heavy. It is kind of terrifying.
No, it's been raining a lot here in
Right
the
above
States
me?
too.
Yeah, the only time I was in California, it rained. So, my impression of California is that it's a very wet place. I won't be
It's actually
shaking.
usually it depends on where. It's usually a pretty dry place, actually.
Well, I think that we've got confirmation through now that we are
We're back
returning
on the
to.
fjords.
Speaking of cold and wet places, we're returning to Fjord.
Back on the fjords.
Back on the fjords.
Yep.
Is there a song in there somewhere? Back on
Maybe.
the fjord. No, I can probably even. Right.
Aggro and Jailer.
Okay, here we go. So it's yeah, Slums. It looks like Slums and Horizon were put to pasture pretty quickly. I'm so frustrated because Skylab and Dig Site haven't seen the light of day yet. I'm absolutely certain they will get some playtime though. I mean, these are matches that are by necessity decided in a single map. So it's it's this, and then moments later we get to see who goes through to semi and grand finals, and within the semi and grand finals we will definitely see alternative maps being played out, as is the nature of such things. But nonetheless, we are very happy to be able to experience once again Fjord. It's one of those maps that has lots of little corners, lots of little retreats and dark spaces and drop downs, and
Indeed.
I think possibly much more than any other map. I mean, there's certainly verticality within Dig Site, and
Yeah.
obviously, I mean, the whole, perhaps not so obvious because Stream hasn't seen it yet, but alternative or some of the newer maps have a certain sense of verticality. Boo boo. Sorry, my friend Boo Boo is funny. Yeah, I know. So yeah, there's certainly a sense of verticality to be experienced. But in a strange sense, it's one of the few that has this from top to bottom straight down, which is there are very few kind of perfect sight lines that aren't occluded by anything, and if you can get that shot off, it really can work for you. But it's a beautiful map, it's an interesting map, and it's an exciting map to both play in and
Absolutely.
So yeah, 100%. I am fully on board with Fjord.
There's
and
some
maybe,
support for Troll Gang in chat here.
Oh really? Troll Gang got the posse, have they?
Yeah, I think they got the posse.
There we go. Right. Well, I am going to leave chat for a moment, so hopefully nothing bad happens there. I'm sure it won't. I'm gonna go and sit in the game. These guys warming up. But all of Chorgun has turned up so far. We're still waiting for a few.
Yeah, we're waiting for mostly one Tech, I think, to load in.
Sure. Getting there. It does help that Troll Gang have got the names all set to Troll Gang.
I mean, suppose Troll Gang does have the advantage that they already played in this map today.
Yeah. Now, whether it's an advantage or I mean, experience is experience, so it definitely has some advantage. But they haven't played against this team before, and this team might have a different interpretation of how the map should be played out. I think there certainly hasn't been enough time for teams to study each other's play styles. So
yes, indeed, that's true.
Yeah.
One Tech, I'd say, definitely plays a little more careful than Troll Gang does.
We say that based on them playing against an otherwise careful team, so
that's also true.
The ferocity experienced by TG in their last map was something else, and within a map like this, where almost out of spawn you find yourself kind of in the belly of the beast, on at least within eyesight of, not necessarily in actual foot placement of the point itself. It makes a large space feel smaller. Versus something like Slums that has massive sight lines, but you can't actually see the capture points until you're practically on top of it.
Certainly.
This is literally open to the elements.
Yeah. Very open, but it seems that the match is about to start here.
Well, in that case, I think I will give my voice a rest for a moment, and we will see what happens as we count down now to Fortress Faceoffs, episode 9
of the semifinals.
Indeed, it is. TG versus Wanyo Tech.
Yes, indeed.
Both teams rolling out at the moment now. TG have relocated themselves into a position where they imagine that Wanyo will be coming out of. Again, the disadvantage of them having played once before means that they know where players should be, as opposed to thinking where they actually are going to be. Wanyo
just going in there.
Oh
gets
my
taken out by Jan.
Jan, absolutely.
Jan capping the point.
they're capping, but they can't cap until all players are down, and all players are down right now. The
Ooh.
capture has gone through. They
Yeah, Jan
are
getting his moment in the spotlight there, taking out 2 and capping the point. Dizzy trying to cap the point back, gets taken out by Justbra. Some
There's,
shots being exchanged.
a ton of
Quattro
time.
running in and getting taken out by Peems as well.
Yeah, Pims seems to be a little bit weirdly at home on this map. Possibly have played it in practice. Maps have been available to all teams for a little while now, with only sparse changes taking place in the last few days. Here we go, going up to mid again, a bit of a double action. Dizzy holding their own, at least for a moment, until Quattro comes along and takes them out. Quattro looking from a balcony, see if they can do any good. They have done some good. They've taken out
Ooh.
3, only to be found by Park on their own. Park. Let's hope that's how that's pronounced, and not any other way.
Good hold here by Troll Gang. Already down 1 minute, no time on the clock at the moment for Wonyatek. Krios and Nasty Dizzy's trying to peek here a little bit. Luna hugging the corner there as they wait for 8-Jack and Quattro to come. They take out Dizzy, Krios, and Peems, and they seem they're going to recap the point as soon as they lost it.
Yeah, I think that's the first time that little corner, otherwise known as the spare, has done anyone any good. They've been able to hold out the point, and then just haunts the other team into making mistakes.
Quattro playing very aggressively there. It does not work out for him as Perk takes him out. Krios takes out 8-Zack. Bro takes out Roingus, and then Jan takes out Dizzy. Creo then taking out Jan in response.
Yeah, TG only having a couple of players left to do any kind of a hold off, but Justbra not particularly interested in being one of those victims. It is their color on the capture right now, and I think a lot of time has been given over by
Certainly.
Onyo.
Quatch taking out Dizzy and Perk, and then HZ taking out Roingus, maintaining control of that point. Not a lot of time on the clock there for Wonyatek.
Yeah, Onyo seems to have forgotten as an objective, which isn't good. They're trying to do a 1v1 versus Yan, and Yan was having none of it. Goes in there, cleans them up. Absolutely, and a bit of a... So, I was going to say, a lovely little exchange there. That was Dizzy takes out Zack. Luna.
Indeed, Roingus getting 2 there, taking out Jan and Luna before getting taken out themselves by Justbra. Only 10 seconds on the clock, and Wonyatek has not gotten any favors.
Absolutely, they've got about 30 seconds, maybe less on the clock for themselves, maybe 10 seconds or so. And that is a very concise and deliberate take, hold, and finish for TG. They are feeling confident. And right,
yeah, certainly good display from them.
Yeah, they didn't necessarily take the first hold and make it last forever, but they certainly made up for it in terms of time, in terms of focus. And now, what can they do to finish this up? Zack going for so much love.
Indeed,
That is
Peems getting revenge there.
For Luna versus Perk does not stand a chance, even if Luna had fallen down. They had a support. They are playing this map to fullest advantage right now. Jot brings out Peems.
Quattro getting a good little kill there. Luna taking out Krios, Dizzy taking out Luna and Quattro. For Justbra takes out Roingus, and Dizzy and Perk clean up by taking out Bro and 8-Zack, getting some time on the clock there for him.
Absolutely, they've got time on the clock, but now they've got the knowledge of where to stand after they've taken a round. This is kind of hard fought knowledge. The sort of stuff that TG has with them under their belt, in the back of their minds at all times. Perk.
Ooh, good headshot there by Perk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dizzy shooting Bro out of the air as they go for a butter stab.
Oof. I can't help but think that...
Ooh, Dizzy on a 6 kill there. Takes out 3.
Well, this is a complete reversal of last map. Or sorry, last round. The point is not just being held, but being really treasured by one year.
Absolutely. Luna takes out Krios, Jespro takes out Dizzy, Peems takes out Ajak. Quick exchange of blows here as it goes. The point goes back in the favor of Troll Gang. Quattro shooting Peems, who is jumping along the top there, as Perk gets pincered and taken out by Luna.
Yeah, this is all what it's about, isn't it? It's not so much about taking out the kills, the one-on-one kills. It's about having a teammate with you and making sure that you don't make a play that you can't be backed up from. If you go down, you take one down with you.
Dude, Luna takes out Krios there. Ajak taking out Perk. Dizzy retreating back to spawn.
Numbers definitely fallen in TG's favor once again.
Certainly.
Luna,
Time's about equal. Good shot there by Dizzy on Jespro around the corner there. Also taking out Luna. Krios taking out Ajak. Not a lot of presence left on the point.
it's a lot of death right now. They're all kind of hiding around that corner in their little sort of flank area.
Indeed.
Jan's been spotted out. In fact, Quattro has as well. They've both gone down.
Rungus taking out Jespro with a good headshot there as the point changes hands.
For sure. I mean, this feels as much as anything else like it could go either way. Rungus takes one down, but doesn't manage to survive afterwards. Zach clearing that mess up as it goes. Let's see what happens.
Dude. Perk taking out both Ajak and Bruh there as Dizzy takes out Quattro. Followed soon after by Jan, leaving only Luna, who does take out Perk.
Question is, would Luna want to revert back or try and push forward? Looks like Luna was going for a quick quest of their own, and again
Does
doesn't
not
pay
work
off.
out.
No, not this time. Krios out on their own, can't really do anything towards defending the point like that. Brooke has a couple of shots left in the gun, takes down Jespro.
The point does change hands in favor of Troll Gang as Ajak, Luna, and Quattro still on the point. With only Dizzy left, who unfortunately dies, but does take Luna with them.
Yeah, and in doing so, allows the team a chance to spawn up again, maybe to offer some kind of alternative
Ooh,
here.
Ajak peeking out there, getting Peems and Roingus before Jespro takes out Krios, Perk, and Dizzy. That's a wipe.
Ooh, yep, that is all team members down at the same time, which means that we know where they're all going to be. And Quattro is hiding around the corner, expecting themselves to be hidden, but
Unfortunately, doesn't quite work out.
No, not
As
it does.
Krios takes out them and Jan.
Yeah, it's just too soon outside spawn for it to be a realistic place to be hiding.
Playing the waiting game around the little corner there.
Yeah, it's not good.
Ajak left with 3 hungry members of One Tech right there. Ajak does manage to take out 2 though before getting taken down by Roingus, and the point does change hands.
Once again, 30 seconds to go for this TG team. Minutes to be held for Wanyo. Map point is being changed as we speak. Once again, 30 seconds.
Indeed.
30 seconds left. Let's see what Wanyo can do to retaliate against it. 1 versus 3. Not sure they even have a chance here. There's 3 knives versus
They are
1
pushing
knife.
up a little.
Well, they're backing away. That should be the right move to make, but Quattro and
Jespro kind of caught on the side there. Takes out Krios, dies to Peems though.
teams are
10 seconds on the clock.
a bit more similar, but numbers very slightly. Oh,
Ooh, Ajak taking out Rungus and Perk. Are they gonna get to touch? They do touch, but unfortunately Quattro takes out both Dizzy and Peems, ending the round.
100%. This is TG's map so far. They've absolutely owned. A little bit of experience, a little bit of team cohesion. I don't know what it is that's causing this complete walkover. But whatever it is,
I
I'm
wouldn't necessarily say so. They've been changing the point quite a bit.
Okay, sure, but it's okay. I'm not gonna preempt this these two teams are quite epic for their own reasons.
Indeed.
Let's see who actually plays
Just
that.
for getting backstabbed there by Krios as Peems takes out 8-Zack. Quattro killing Peems and Dizzy, who was, again, no one ever really benefits by hiding that little corner. They just get shot.
Yep. It's a quite little corner. It seems like it should be deeper than it actually is, and in the end, there's no real benefit to
Roingus
being there.
manages to take out 2 there, and it seems that them and Perk are going to get to cap the point. Or
I
Perk
don't
by
think they were
themselves.
aware. I was going to say, I don't think they were aware that there was nothing to fear, so they were going offline looking for places to maybe make their own instead of capturing the points, which is super important, given how quickly point can be taken or
Teams
retaken
taking out
back.
Justbra as the Troll Gang players filter onto the point. They
Yeah,
are
all
exposed though in the
run.
middle
Everyone
as
can be just
the rest of the Wonyatek gamers appear.
He-
Quattro only one left, takes out 2, but has died for it.
I mean, in all honesty, the numbers just weren't in their favor, but Quattro was doing a lot of work to ensure that they took a couple down with them. So the next
True.
wave that comes along has at least a chance. Justberg going down though, Roingus absolutely doing their level best.
I would say this mode definitely encourages sort of trickling out a lot more than other events.
For sure. I mean, the expectation, the possibly even realization that you're never that far away from the point itself. It certainly makes it feel like trickling out on your own gives you a chance.
Certainly. Unfortunately, Jan getting backstabbed there by Krios.
This is where it is so important.
No exchange of the point in a while yet. Might be a round in favor here of Wonyatek.
Yeah,
Sort of just holding all these angles.
So looking out of the point itself, it seems like this team has figured out the best place to stand in order to.
Indeed, Roingus taking out Quattro and 8-Zack and Justbra and Luna. My goodness.
That is pretty epic. Almost nobody left doing defense, and this is. I've gone from being fully on TG side to being, oh my goodness me, you cannot discount Wonyatek.
Wonyatek needed to warm up, clearly. Takes out 8-Zack. Peems also takes out Quattro. And he takes out Luna. And Perk backstabs Justbra and also kills Jan. That's another wipe.
That is terrifying. Yep, turning
And,
things around, and while I turn around and reach behind me and grab myself a glass
little
of
bit
water
of
to
water.
hydrate with, I can thank chat. Thank you very much for allowing me to drink. Oh, notice
Yum,
there's
yum.
only about 20 seconds left.
Indeed. Troll Gang all moving together on the point here. Seems they will cap it. Unfortunately, they weren't looking, and Roingus comes up from behind, and the point immediately changes hands back.
A bit of BM on point as well, a bit of the old taunting.
Indeed.
So we see 5 seconds left. I'm not even certain that's
I don't
long
think
enough
they
for
can
anyone
run
to get
in time.
points. No, I don't think so. That's gonna be one round going to Wonyo. Very well played.
Very well played indeed.
They've woken up. They have the goal in their sights. Wonyo really surprised me that round.
Yeah,
Not
certainly.
so much in terms of their kills, but in terms of the logic about the point itself. When to hold, when to move back.
Quattro does manage to get a butter knife there on Roingus as Jan takes out Perk. Krios takes out Justbra. And unfortunately, Quattro jumps down directly into Dizzy's bullet before also taking out Luna.
Wow,
and backstabbing 8-Zack.
Triple Dizzy. That is epic.
Yeah, and with that, Dizzy's going to cap the point by themselves.
Yeah, the first to take it, obvious thing to do would be to scatter from it until the rest of the team can join in. There's plenty of places that are good to try and hold from. Disney out on their own, they're up against it. No chance whatsoever.
Unfortunately, Dizzy was alone there.
Absolutely cornered. Perk Gets one.
Gets two. Peems taking out Luna as well.
HZAC.
HZAC taking out 3 there. Perk, Peems, and Krios going down.
That is what you call an epic gameplay. That is what it's all about when it comes to changing the rules. Takes down another. HZAC must be on something right now. Their nerves have got to be frayed to all edges.
The
But
cocaine's
so
kicking
much work. I wasn't going to say anything. But yes, sorry, Bob. They are absolutely on point.
What's it called? Not a lot happening. Just Bro with Dizzy directly in front of them takes out themselves and Quattro. Luna having come from behind takes out Rungus. Dizzy then taking out HZAC and Jan, as it seems the point is going to be changing hands once more. Luna currently the only one up.
They've got a full minute or maybe 30 seconds advantage on the team. Maybe they want to regroup, find themselves again. A little bit of an exchange on the point itself.
Krios turning around last second there, killing Bruh and also Luna.
I think they've forgotten. Yep, they forgot about Jan. They must have thought Jan had run a different way, but didn't see him and turned around and ignored him. Allowed that backstab. Almost wished it to happen to themselves. That said, this team has managed to find their pacing so far. They're absolutely together.
Certainly, Troll Gang had the advantage out of the gate, but One Utex found their footing.
Yeah, I think map knowledge might have been the thing that caused it to go one way and not the other, and now map knowledge is a shared experience. And these
Luna
two teams
taking
are
out
on
Peems,
level
Krios,
pegging.
and Perk there. Dizzy getting shot in the back by Jan as the
Ouch.
point once again changes hands.
That is how it happens, though. And they've
always get
done
shot
the
by the
usual
third
trick of, yeah. It's the third spy you've got to watch out for. Right, here they are. They're back together as a little questing group.
A lot of
moving
bullets
through the map.
flying. No kills for a little
Dizzy-
bit until Dizzy manages to kill Bruh. Does die to Jan's knife, however, as Krios then takes out Luna. Rungus and Peems having come along the flank there, killing Jan and HZAC. And Krios cleaning up on Quattro. As
Yeah,
the point once again changes hands.
Exactly. We're looking at a minute and a bit for both teams here. It seems like they have an expectation of where this team is going to be coming from.
Sure,
so
managing
they'll
to shoot
kind of
Rungus in the back
lost
there,
it
having
out.
spawned a little later than the rest of his team. Jan managing to take out Krios, who missed the shot as HZAC takes out Peems, and that might be the point exchanging hands again.
I would
they
be
take
very
out
surprised
Dizzy.
if it hasn't. And they've got a lot of opportunity here to hold for a little bit of extra time. I mean, it's like 1-0. It's so close in terms of timing. I can't
Absolutely.
call it. Can't call it.
Mission ends in 60
These
seconds.
two teams are really equally balanced. Their one-on-one DMing is really good for both teams.
Absolutely. Oh,
comes
Dizzy
down to
manages to
teamwork.
take out 2 there, taking out Bruh and HZAC, and then followed by Rungus cleaning up and killing Quattro. But Quattro does take out Krios.
Rungus
Also taking out Jan there,
Yeah.
as the point changes hands again.
Oh my god, my heart! I can't take this. This is too exciting. There's just so much going on. It's a quiet little game of intimate moments of exchanges of knife and gun fighting. Quattro
Certainly.
just
Bruh going for a little bit of a twirl there midair.
Woo!
Kills 3.
I mean,
Make that 4, also
360
killing Dizzy.
no-scope. Sniper action on the point by those spy boyos.
Ends in 30 seconds.
Right. Flank is the obvious part to take, but it's being temporarily blocked. They're going to go through main.
Managing to take out Bruh. Also taking out Jan. HZAC
Upper-
taking out Peems, however.
Upper
Only
looking
10
down.
seconds on the clock here. It's coming down
What
to
the-
it for One Utex. It's essential they win this round, but they do manage to cap the point back.
Yeah, it's definitely theirs to lose at the moment, although, as we've seen so many times in this last few rounds, it is incredibly easy to go from being top of the world to the bottom of the world.
Oof,
Rios
Rios getting
goes
shot
down.
down by
There is a
Quattro there.
cluster of TG. Just a smorgasbord
They really need to
of blue
contest
pain.
this.
And
10 seconds
contested
left.
they most certainly are. It's their point to
Oh, and it
lose right
seems
now.
at the end.
So sad to even imagine that it can't be contested. Oh, hanging your head in shame, Tech. That was such a good battle.
Indeed, but it seems that Troll Gang does indeed manage to come out on top, and they will be the ones moving on to the finals.
Or to the semi-finals.
Well, this is the semifinals.
Well, this is the semi-finals. Well,
Yes.
okay. Wow. Okay. Well, my mind has been blown.
Indeed. Though we will be seeing Tech again in the bronze match, presumably.
Of course, of course. Wow, that was
Yeah, that
something.
was quite exciting.
For sure. I mean, they when you find two teams like this, it kind of casts itself. Like the amount of effort you need to put in to justify your paycheck is brutal, because there's so much going on. It's so hard to keep track of it all. But it's not like any one individual player is gonna let something go past. If they've got a line, they're gonna take it. And even though you only really get one bullet in your gun, it's times like this where that bullet really can make the difference.
Indeed. Well, with that brings to the end day one here for EU. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been Cherry Lad. This is called my co-caster has been Aggro.
I remain aggro.
And yeah, thank you guys so much for coming once again. You know, if you've been enjoying the event, check out all the Fortress Faceoff socials, Steam group, Twitter, Discord, all that.
All the things.
Yeah. And if you enjoyed our casting, you can always find more of myself at twitch.tv/thatonegamerlad and Aggro at twitch.tv/critcast. Anything you want to say, Aggro?
No, thank you very much for allowing me to be part of this. Once again, I love Fortress Face-Offs. I love all the stuff that you guys do. Chat has been brilliant, and thank you very much for the opportunity to drink some water. Do appreciate that as well.
Absolutely. We do love drinking water here. But yeah, thank
Water
you
good.
all so much for coming, and have a lovely evening.
Take care, everyone. Sweet dreams, and there's plenty more to come. So make sure that you follow the channel, subscribe if you can, and we will see you all very shortly.
See you tomorrow.
Take care.